Rise up, rise up, rise up. I know we have a lot of other fans on here, but rise up. Let's go, Falcons. Hey, thank y'all for stopping in. Thank y'all for joining us. Welcome to the 404 Blitz Package. I'm your host, Yosarian, along with my co-hosts, Mathis and Daryl. And we are here to run the all-out blitz on the NFL. We're having a roundtable meeting with fans from the Raiders, the Commanders, and, of course, the Cowboys. Hey, man. Hey, welcome, guys. Welcome. Appreciate y'all joining us.
Thanks, yo. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
From the Raiders, we got Dion and we got Henry. From the Commanders, we got Chuck. He's one of our subscribers and the biggest hater of them all. I didn't think they hated on folks up there. I didn't think they hated on folks in DC, but I see. And then we got the Cowboys fan. We got Cowboy Ken and Tony Love officiating. Everybody, thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for spending a little time with us. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to give y'all a show that y'all just are so happy about and y'all going to enjoy. All right? Let me see what we got in the comments already. Clay, what's going on, Clay? What's up? What's up, Clay? It's going to be a show tonight, Clay. Talk that junk with us. All right, so we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves. I did a little bit of it, but we'll go around again. Hey, Daryl, go ahead, brother.
Hey, what's happening, Falcons fans? And yes, I'm talking to Falcons fans, not the rest of these hooligans and ruffians we got on here. It's Daryl, aka Black Jedi. That's BLAKK Jedi. You can follow me on Twix and Instagram at that handle. And did y'all know that song "Reasons" by Earth, Wind and Fire?
Oh,
you know that was a song that was written to a groupie to tell her to get out the room.
Yeah.
I ain't know that either.
I ain't know that.
I've been singing that song to women I love. Like, oh wow, okay. But anyway, just my Jedi mind playing tricks on me today.
Hey, I knew that. The only way I knew that it's because of a guy that me and Henry used to work with named Idara. And Idara, E knew everything. And he challenged me on that. He's like, did you know? I'm like, no, I ain't know. Now you know now. That's a problem with y'all.
And I know the song very well.
Anyway, Mathis, go ahead, bro.
What's up, everybody? I only see 3 people on here anyway. Excuse me, 2 other people. It's just Daryl and Yo. I'm not worried about nobody else. So whatever said, I'm ignoring. All right. It's MFJ here. You can find me on Instagram and X at M_F_J21, man. Appreciate y'all.
What the MF stand
The rest
for?
of y'all,
Tell them what
if they ain't catch it at the barbershop, it ain't no reason they gonna find out today. Okay. Nah, but real quick, what's up, Henry? I look, I ain't realized that was you, man. I ain't realized that was you.
Man.
But it's good to see you.
I'm gonna tell you, I know where you work at. I pull up on you.
Man, you better pull up the head. I ain't worried. I'm not worried. Just don't put no black and silver on because I would laugh at you. Okay.
Hey, it's on the front of the car. It's on the screen save on the GPS. You know, I mean, I got it on the glass. What up, man?
Only Raiders fans sip water out of a liquor glass. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Juice. That's apple juice.
That's what's up. Hey, since you already talking, Henry, go ahead and introduce yourself right quick.
Hey, what's up, everybody, man? I'm Henry, man. Me and Yo been friends for how long, man? About 23 years, something like that.
25, about 25.
25. Me and Ken been boys. We all worked at Kroger together, worked with Mathis at FedEx, man. Been a Raider fan all my life. Grew up watching Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson. Remember that memorable night on Monday Night Football when he ran up, round, and through Seattle over Brian Bosworth, man. Just happy to be here, man, on Friday night, sipping on my little Hennessy, and we're going to talk a little football.
Yes, sir. Lord, not the hen. Dion, go ahead and say something, bro.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dion, lifelong Raider fan. Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Irwindale, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Me and Yo, we like brothers, like cousins, like family. We've known each other for a long time. We've been in the trenches together, coaching, trying to get these young people right. I'm very happy to be here. And y'all know I'm sensing a lot of Raider Nation hate, but we're going to set the record straight. So we're going to get it right.
That's what's up.
Yo must not have been a good coach. That's why he had to resort to refereeing.
Hey, whatever, man.
Had to go put the
But
white hat on.
But he a good referee. For giving that.
I plead. Hey, Jones, I plead the fifth, bro. I plead the fifth.
Hey, man, y'all ain't gonna do my partner yo like that, man.
Hey, man, y'all know I can do that now. Y'all know I can do that. Chuck, what up, Chuck?
What's up, y'all, man? So I'm Chuck. Born and raised in Washington, D.C. Been a fan forever, bro, out the womb. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's all right. Y'all weren't, taught right in y'all lives, but, sooner or later, y'all find out. So, HTTC, I guess it is now, and we're going to do it.
That's what's up.
And I'm going to troll y'all forever.
Oh, man. Whatever. At least you won something. We ain't never won nothing. Anyway, Cowboy Ken, tell him who it is.
Yeah. People call me Ken, but people really that know me call me Cowboy Ken. Down with America's team, the one and only fantastic Dallas Cowboys with the amazing star. Back in the day when we had the 5 Super Bowls and we had the Troy Aikman, we had Michael Irvin. We have. That glory is what we're still looking for. It's 2025. We still looking for that glory, and Cowboy Ken is still sitting on that line, root for that star, baby. Let's go, American team, baby. American team.
I like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's tragic.
Everything you talked about was past tense, Ken.
Past tense.
That was so tragic.
Hey, they got it though. They got
You
it.
said
They got
we had. Y'all ain't nothing.
Hey, here, as I told you 10 years ago, I'll say today, they do not take the trophies back. We got 5. I know you can't say that. We got 5. I got it.
We're gonna throw it down there to Tony Love. What's going on, Tony?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Cowboy Ken hyped enough for me, so I'm just gonna ride with him. Cowboy fan for life. Cousin played for the Cowboys in the Hall of Fame. Bob Hayes just been rooting for him ever since. Yeah. Been a Cowboy fan whole life. I noticed Daryl and Ken, when y'all started off, y'all supposed to be talking about the Falcons. Y'all said make comments about the Cowboys. I don't know why y'all commenting about the Cowboys.
Why?
I mean, Daryl talking about he don't see nobody. I mean, I'm sorry. That's not Daryl Mathis. I'm sorry. Daryl Mathis.
That was Mathis.
I said Ken. My fault. Daryl Mathis. My fault, brother. Mathis talking about the Cowboy. I don't know why y'all talking about Mathis talking about he ain't seen nothing. You can't see nothing. It's empty like your trophy case. You don't see nothing. He never seen nothing. Everybody else on here got trophies. The Redskins got trophies. The Raiders got trophies. I don't think you got no trophy, Mathis. I understand why you don't see nothing. But I ain't gonna hold on. I want to finish
Let
talking.
me ask you
Hold
this.
on. Only champions can
Hold on.
speak right now. Only champions can speak right now. Hold on. If the Raiders or the Redskins got something to say, y'all can speak up. Right? We taking over right now. Don't even try. Ken, you got something you want to say? You got the most. Cowboy Ken, you got 5. You got the most. You got anything else you want to add, bro? Oh, that's it. Okay, y'all go ahead then. Y'all can have the show back. Champions first.
Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all know we got scoreboard over everybody on here, right?
He's the moderator.
Except for that dude right there, except for Chuck, we got scoreboard over everybody, right? And we almost had y'all, Chuck, if we ain't have a noodle leg kicker. We got scoreboard. Remember that. What you done did, I'm gonna quote Bushwick Bill, the late great poet laureate, Bushwick Bill. What you done did in the past don't excite me. We got scoreboard over all of y'all. Remember that.
Okay, you know what you got? 28-3. That's what you got. 28-3. That's all y'all got.
That don't bother me.
Was you in there? Was y'all involved in that? Matter of fact, wait.
No,
y'all
no, we win ours. We win ours.
Y'all watched that from the.
When we get there, we win.
Couch, didn't you? Y'all watched that
When we
from the
get-
couch, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, we did.
Now,
Yeah, we did.
Tony, I'm gonna
We
say
watched
this.
y'all lose from the couch. We watched y'all lose from the couch.
Now, Tony, I'm gonna say this, Tony. What happened in
Go
that
ahead.
Super Bowl? We got rid of that problem. All right, that problem went out to San Francisco and did the same thing.
Oh wow.
So
Oh wow.
I'm not even mad. I've let that go. It doesn't faze me anymore. That 28-3, you and what's his
Cowboy
name?
Ken.
No. You right there with the Patriots head coach, man. Y'all sit up there and bring this 28-3. You, the
Hey, it
coach
happened,
and the
bro. It happened.
girlfriend must
It happened,
ride in
bro.
the same car together.
Hey,
They
Matt,
must
don't
be
think
with
you're
you.
taking this personally.
Not the
You know
girlfriend.
what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
hey,
I ain't
hold on,
worried about
first.
no
I ain't
28-3.
with Belichick and his girlfriend.
You must be. You must be with Bill.
I ain't,
Okay?
I ain't with Bill.
We got rid of that
No,
problem.
no.
That's
So
what's
don't
up.
I
worry about
understand.
it.
Y'all got rid of 50, 60 years of problems from what I can see.
Lord.
Y'all ain't never won nothing.
All right. I guarantee we have a championship before y'all get back to the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
So we got
Wow.
a lot to talk about
Who
then.
said that? Who said
Y'all
Wow.
that?
let that stir up.
Who said that?
Let that stir up.
Yo,
that's
you
a
said that, yo? That wasn't
I
yo
didn't
who
say
said that,
that.
was it?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I did.
I
Who
just
said
said let it stir
Yo,
up.
Let me
hey, and
let
guess
me
what?
turn my
Guess
hat.
what?
Let me
When
turn
you
my
was
hat
born,
around so I
when you
can
was
make sure I can be
born,
seen.
guess what? When you was born, somebody said the same thing. I guarantee we'll have a championship. 60 years later, they still ain't got one. Somebody
And
said that then too.
I thought you probably thought y'all was
We
gonna
are
go back to the Super
I'm
Bowl
just
already,
saying.
didn't you?
Huh?
We are
You
60
probably
years
thought y'all
old
was
now,
gonna go
right?
back to the Super Bowl already, didn't you?
Hey, I've been to
You
three
did.
Super Bowls. How many you been and watched them win? How many you been to?
That's cool. I've been to two.
You watched them win?
Nah, because one of them was dealing with women he didn't need to deal with, and the
Oh
other one,
Lord.
the coach was the problem. So
Oh
we
Lord.
okay.
Man,
Like the
that boy
Cowboys was doing
win.
drugs and still winning.
That's
I
right.
think
Hey,
that's
Look,
the
they-
reason why they was winning.
that's how they
yeah,
roll. Here we
Let's keep
go.
it.
y'all
Let's
the
It's
keep
reason
whatever
why
it
it.
they
takes.
Let's
drug test
keep it
women.
Whatever it
honest,
takes.
guys. You can't stop a
Whatever
crackhead.
it
Just
takes.
you know what I'm saying.
Hey, they need to do more drugs then. They can do more.
Y'all
I don't
crazy,
care.
man. Y'all
Michael
crazy.
Irvin, Michael
Hey,
Irvin couldn't even feel his lips
hey,
out there.
did
Come
he
on
even
now.
sweat though? Is the question.
He ain't sweat. Here we
Don't
go,
matter.
man. Hey,
They
this is what I'm
won.
talking about. I knew this was gonna happen. I love it. Hey, let's jump in this, man. We want to talk about uh, how y'all feel about your team.
Let's
So
go, cat.
me and the crew, we did a video last week, talked about our schedule. The week before, of course we talked about the latest pickups, latest signings, and of course our draft. We want to ask you guys, how do y'all feel about your draft, about your UDFA pickups, your latest signings, your off season? We want to dive into your off season. So we're going to start with the Raiders fans, since they the quietest right now. They're trying to gather themselves. So we'll jump in there with Henry. Let's just start off with your draft class, and I'm gonna throw it up there right quick. Take a look at your draft class, and tell us about you know what you feel, certain players that just jump off the page. You really excited about some who you may be just kind of reluctant to even want to talk about. So hit me up.
Well, yo, you know me, man. I'm reluctant to talk about any of them, but I am excited to see Genty, see what he does, because we need a run game. Run game suffered tremendously last year after losing Jacobs to free agency. So we need a run game in order to help the quarterback out to set up the pass. We did pick up two wide receivers, which you did need help because Jacoby Myers was about the only solid wide receiver that we did have, along with the tight end that we got from Georgia. He did a great job last year, but we needed some more targets out there. Everybody else, I'm just kind of waiting to see what they do. Want to see the big boy, those defensive tackles. We do need some help in the run, stopping the run. That was a big problem for us last year. Teams can run the ball on us pretty much at will. We weren't playing big in the middle. We were soft in the middle, soft as tissue paper, really. And that really kind of hurt the pass rush. Because they were always short yardage, third down, fourth down plays. They could just run up the middle on us. So I am excited to see, want to see some of those guys step up, see what they do for us. I know we did get a linebacker, I think, in free agency. I think he came out of Tampa Bay. His name,
We got Devin
can't
White.
call his name.
Devin White.
Yeah, Devin White. Yeah, we did need some linebacker help.
Yeah.
We did lose Robert Spillane, lost a couple other pieces. Trayvon Moore, Nate Hobbs. I really like Hobbs. Man, so But we still got Jack Jones, but we definitely gonna need some of these cornerbacks like Darian Porter out of Iowa State. We're gonna need to see what some of these guys can do and step up and help the defense, because that's been our biggest problem. I would say for the last 10 years, but really longer than that. Being able to stop teams, get off the field, and get your offense back out there, because there have been times when the offense has been rolling, but it's pretty much we got to just try to outscore teams. We got to try to get the ball last. Pull a New York Giants back in the day, let them score so we can get the ball and go down the field and score the game. Tired of getting in games like that. We need to go out there, bully folks around, come in, run our offense, let our defense get out there, dictate to the offense what they can do. And you know what I'm saying, and put points on the board and get out of there instead of having to go into these fourth quarter last minute drives all the time, which we haven't seen that in a while. As far as Geno Smith, he's a solid quarterback, but the only issue I have with Geno Smith is he'll have a game where he's got 3 touchdowns, but he also throws three interceptions. So we need him to protect the ball, utilize his weapons, go through his reads, and try to get out of there with not so many mistakes, man. Because you can't win the game when you're giving the other team the ball all the time. But I think it's going to go through the run game. It's an old adage, man. It's football. You got to run the ball. You can't get out here and spread. Not too many people have an offense besides like Kansas City or somewhere where you can just sit there and spread the field and pass all game. You got to run the ball, keep defenses honest. And if you can't run the ball, now they can just sit back and tee off on your quarterback. We struggled a little bit on the offensive line, and that was a thing last year. And not to mention the quarterback play wasn't decided about anybody. I really hate that out of all these picks, we passed on Shedeur Sanders. I really thought we'd pick up Shedeur Sanders, even if not in if the first round was too high of a grade for him. So for whatever reason the analysts say, man, we had 3 picks in the 3rd round. I for sure thought we'd have took him in the 3rd round. I sat there every time and watched teams like, okay, I was really watching the Saints, like, because the thing going on with Derek Carr and the uncertainty. And every time they pass on him and we coming up, I'm like, okay, we're going to get him right here. They call someone else. Like, all right, we're going to get him on this next pick. I think that really would have put our draft class, like, we'd have got at least an A- or A+. If we'd have got Shedeur and Genty, now the offense looks like it can be productive. But, we'll see what Geno has. I'm just skeptical about that whole thing. But I do like the head coaching staff. Pete Carroll, he's winning pedigree. We know what he did up there in Seattle. Everybody remember the Legion of Boom. Hoping he can recreate it out in Las Vegas. So excited to see that, waiting to see it. I really don't know what happened between Antonio Bryant's interim head coach period to when he got the job, because when he took over the team, that team played with so much fire, man. Like that game when we played, I think it was the Chiefs. I mean, we did what we wanted to. I remember Jack Jones picking the ball off running back, pick 6, taunting Patrick Mahomes looking at it. We beat the Chargers like 60-something to like 14.
Beat their head in.
Man, we did. They had so much fire, man. I don't know what they changed in the offseason. It's kind of like they came out flat. But we'll wait and see what happens, man. I am excited, but I'm never high on any draft pick. I mean, you have this talk all the time. We talked about Zeke and all of that. I ain't high on nobody. Even Khalil Mack, I wasn't high on Khalil Mack until he won me over. I want to see production, because there's always potential, but I want, they got to put in the work. We look at what we picked up, a guy like Max Crosby, who wasn't a top draft pick, but the guy put in the work and he played with fire every single Sunday. Every play, hurt or not, he always bringing that thunder.
Yeah, that guy's a beast.
Oh yeah, animal, man. So
yeah. Henry, my Raider Nation, bro. I mean, it's tough to be optimistic, man, when you're a Raider fan, man. When every year, people say, "Oh, here go the Raiders." You know, they always think they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. They always win the Super Bowl in the offseason. Wherever the little diss and shade they throw on us, man. But I'm gonna say this. I look at all the successful teams in the last couple of years, well, just period. You know, it starts with the marriage between the front office, the head coach, and the quarterback. Now, I'm not a fan of Geno Smith, like, okay, he gonna take us to the promised land, but I do believe that the head coach and leadership in the office understood Pete Carroll's vision as far as stability is concerned. Because I think that's been the Raiders' biggest thing. I mean, come on now, they done had, I don't know, 5 or 6 head coaches since Mark Davis took over ownership from Al Davis. And then you flip that around with the Patriots. Belichick was there for forever. You flip that around with the Chiefs. Andy Reid's been there forever. Look at the other teams in our division. The Chargers, they flip their coaches every 2-3 years. Now they got somebody stable. They brought in a stable coach with an established quarterback. That's why you've seen what they was able to do. Same thing with the Denver Broncos. They brought in a Hall of Fame coach, and he had to go through his process to find his guy, his quarterback, and then you saw the difference. And then to my bruh from DC, you look at what the Commanders did. They brought in a stable head coach. I know for the Falcons fans, y'all probably like, but we know what the issue was. It was the offensive coordinator, not so much the head coach. But you look at what the Commanders have been able to do. They had the second draft pick last year, and them boys was a couple of plays away from going to the Super Bowl. What did they do? They got a head coach, they got a quarterback, and they shored up their defense. Everybody in the NFL can play. It's all about the marriage between the teams and the front office and the vision of the head coach and him getting his signal caller. Now, with that being said, we all know about Ashton Genty, what he can do. We've seen the highlights and all of that. But I look at what Pete Carroll has done in the past, me being a USC fan as well. I know what Pete Carroll's style is. Pete Carroll want to run the football, man. It's just like you said, Henry, you got to be able to establish the run. Now, I don't want to wear Ashton Genty out, but they still got that boy from Georgia that I felt was misused under the last 2 regimes. And that's my man, they call him Zeus. Jameer White. Jameer White is a country-fed big old boy now. Now, everybody done wrote him off because he sucked last year. But he's still on the roster. If he can show and prove, like you say, he got to work and earn it. But, they got the potential to do something. Now, I'm going to just go on down the line. Jack Besh, that wide receiver from TCU. He's physical. Again, you're talking about identity. About as far as being a coach, you got to establish your identity. What type of team you going to be? You going to be a finesse team? You going to be a spread team? You going to be a hurry-up offense? What type of team you going to be, balanced? What type of team you going to be? I'm looking at how they drafted. On defense, we all know Pete Carroll likes long-rangey cornerbacks. They got this kid, Darian Porter, out of Iowa State. The kid is 6'3". He run or maybe 6'4". He run a 4.3 40. They said he had a 70-something PFF grade in zone coverage. So he fits that bill. Then it's all about culture from that point. But I wanted to point out a couple of players that got me really excited. Ain't nobody really even tripped off of. And the only reason why I'm excited is because of the offensive coordinator that we hired. This kid, Tommy Millott, this quarterback turned wide receiver out of Montana State. They comparing him to what's the kid that played at New England, the turn quarterback.
Wes Welker?
Not Wes Welker, the other guy.
Danny Amendola.
Edelman?
Julian Edelman.
Julian Edelman. Okay.
Former college quarterback turned wide receiver. Now, y'all know quarterbacks are some of the smartest people on the field because they got to know what everybody is doing. This kid runs a 4.3 40. He tested in the top tier in all of the combine stats, and so they converted this young man to a wide receiver. If you've ever seen his highlight, the boy got wiggle, and he got getaway speed. If they can channel him and use him right, I'm excited to see what he's a gadget player. And then they also got the big fella from Ole Miss, J.J. Pegues, who was a defensive lineman, but they use him like the fridge with the Chicago Bears. He was like, a short yardage phenom. He got first downs every time he touched the ball. So, it's all on paper. You can't get too excited about the offseason. You know what I'm saying? But I really do like what I see potentially. And again, it's all about how the coaching staff puts it together to have the identity. And I think Pete Carroll is a winner. And I think with the defense, like you said, Henry, the last time the Raiders went to the playoffs, truly went to the playoffs, is when they had Jack Del Rio. You have a defensive minded coach. Carroll is a defensive minded coach. And I feel like if they stay healthy with Mad Max out there and Christian Wilkinson, we know he got issues with his foot or whatever. They still ain't really saying what all the problem is with his foot. But I feel like if you can stay healthy, and I think that's the same for all the teams. I think the Cowboy brothers could say the same thing. Hey, man, if we stay healthy, we got a shot. Same thing with the Falcons. If we stay healthy, we got a shot. Same thing with the Commanders. I almost say Redskins every time. I can't help that because I'm an old school dude. But
HTTR.
Yes, sir. It's all about health, fellas. If you can stay healthy, like I say, man, everybody got a shot. You got a lot of teams that went from worst to first, just like that. And it's all about a system, picking your guys and being healthy. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, there were 2 times that I was really upset with what happened with the Raiders, and when that Jack Del Rio not re-signing and bringing him back after that season,
that was cool.
I was really upset with that. Because, I didn't like John Gruden pickup. I'm like, I know him and Mark Davis are boys, but I'm like, we were right there. All we needed to do was shore some things up on the defense, because again, how Carr got hurt was because the defense couldn't stop anyone. They were trying to keep him out there to score one more touchdown, then put the backups in. And he broke his leg.
Man,
we ended up going into the playoff game with a rookie quarterback, and we lost that game.
We might have been playing them dirty birds in the Super Bowl, boy.
Y'all will. I say that all the time.
Yeah. And then the next thing that I didn't like was with Rich Bisaccia when he came out the whole John Gruden thing.
Yeah, man.
Got the team balling. They went on like a 4-game win streak or whatever, got into the playoffs.
That's karma, though. He got karma both times, though, Henry. He got karma both times.
Hey, Eric, come on now. You gonna sit there and you ain't gonna talk about. I mean,
hey man, go ahead.
The biggest driver the Raiders lost, Josh Jacobs, roll tide. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me, Eric? Come on, that's number one.
Hey, I hated that.
Look, Cowboy King.
I didn't like the fact that they made him
just like the Falcons rectified they wrongs. Why you think that general manager ain't there no more?
Yeah, but you can't.
The head coach wanted to keep Josh. The Packers signed him for. The Packers signed him for a comfortable deal. That was the general manager that didn't want to pay that man. You know what they call him? They call him Tommy Coupon. They call him Coupon Tom. That's what they call him, Tom Telesco. They call him Coupon Tom. He's a cheapskate. He didn't want to pay that man no money.
Did you guys see the podcast where he talked about?
Every time he made this man play in the damn Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, did y'all see the article?
Right, Jonathan Dempsey played on the game. That man balled out, bro. He balled out.
Did y'all see the article where he said Jacob said that he bought a house there? He had, everything custom built because he knew he was gonna be a Raider fan. He was gonna be a Raider for life.
That was
and he went back. He went back a few times. Like they didn't give him the deal that he wanted. He went back and well, tell him what about this. Or tell him what about that. He was like, his agent was
they told him, they saw this.
We need to look elsewhere.
I'm just making sure here. I'm just making sure. And my man, I was just making sure. I just making sure. I knew y'all.
No, we passionate, Ken, but we ain't stupid, bro. We ain't stupid.
Okay, I got it.
Hey, we appreciate y'all guys, man. We appreciate that. Hey, and dude, I think y'all got a steal in JJ Pegues. I know Darryl, I know Matthew. We were talking about that, man. We wanted JJ so bad somewhere. We wanted that big body beast in the middle somewhere. Man, y'all got a steal. All right, Chuck, you are up. Tell us what you think about your draft. Tell us what you think about your offseason so far, my guy.
Yeah. Again, thank you again for allowing me to be on this with y'all guys. I'm not going to be too long-winded because, luckily this year that we're going to be on TV the whole season. You'll see what we're doing there. I do believe that we are building a culture there. I believe that, it's been like I said, I've been a fan through the Joe Gibbs years. I've been a fan through. I was luckily to be alive when we won. You know, like y'all never did. But but what I'm saying is that uh, our last owner was trash. You can use a lot of cuss words to think about him. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, Schneider
I
was
think that the fact that we got a person that didn't want to be, just wanted to buy the team and allow them to be a business and to build the business themselves and find the right people. And I mean, our first pick itself, I mean, we went line. We also got Jeremy Tunsil. I mean, he we can teach people to start with the run because we also brought a running back as well. And I believe Robinson is a great 7 to 8 yard running back. And that's what you need to do. You need to get in front of the downs first. We also have Eckler. I swear to God, I hope we don't get too many concussions this year. You know what I'm saying? But then again, we also have what's his name from San Francisco that we just picked up. He can substitute in as well to take that load off of him.
Debo.
Yep. Yeah, Mr. Samuels. You know, so that's really all I really have to say about it. I think that that our team is moving in the right direction, and I was happy about last year, but you know, everything is about repetition. I want them to repeat the success they had last year and be better. So,
man, y'all got a
that's my
division.
take.
Y'all got a division, bro. Ooh, y'all like us, man.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. But we always have the division. I mean, like 3 years ago, our whole division almost made it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean,
it's a 2-team race, Chuck. Don't worry. You got the Eagles and the Commanders. Nobody's worried about Jerry's kids. Okay.
well, you
So
know it's Jerry, right?
Not Jerry's kids. Oh God.
Ken, don't let him
Hey,
rile you up, Ken. Ken, don't let him rile you up, man.
Don't let him rob you. Okay.
No,
Let
man.
me take my
Don't listen. Hey, don't listen to the
put that
peasants.
on a
Don't listen
t-shirt.
to the peasants.
Put
Don't
that
listen to
on
the
a
peasants.
t-shirt with a
He
big
ain't
old
never ate
star.
good.
Put
He
that
ain't
on
never
a
ate good. He
t-shirt.
don't know what lobster
Mathis,
tastes like.
trademark it right now.
Ken, he
Trademark it so
don't
you
know
can
what
get
lobster
your
tastes
money.
like.
I'm getting it on a t-shirt.
do y'all know y'all really are done until Jerry Jones is gone? I won't say the word I
Y'all ain't
will usually
gonna
say,
win.
but until Jerry is gone, you know that team is going to be right where it's at. Correct?
But
I'm not
let
going to,
me
you
But
know what? I
don't
can't really
butt me.
disagree with that
Just
too
agree
much.
with me because you know I'm right.
let me
I
say
can't
this.
disagree with you too much on that.
Let me
I
say
hate to
this.
say it. Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead.
It's gonna have to be like Succession. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But wait, hey, but
Go
Chuck,
ahead,
one
Ken. You
thing.
can have them.
This y'all
Okay.
year.
You want me to get him?
This your year. If
Yeah.
y'all don't win it this year, you ain't gonna win it because of your head coach. Your head coach is only good for 2 years.
What?
He
We know
talking to
this.
Chuck. He talking to Chuck.
I'm
What?
talking to Chuck.
He
We
talking
He's
to
know
talking about
Chuck.
this.
Dan Quinn.
Listen,
He's talking about
No,
what Dan
they
Quinn
were
did with
only
Falcons.
good.
what I'm
He was only
listen
good
to
for
what
the
I'm telling you.
Cowboys for 2 years. That's it.
No,
It's
no, no.
not. It's
He's been with the Cowboys 3 years.
I I like
He
Listen,
was
I
having
he
like
that
with the
third year.
Falcons. He
I
he
like the
as
Commanders.
a head coach, he is good for 2 years.
Okay.
2.
I like the
This your
Commanders.
shot.
I don't
Well,
think
I
it's
mean, we have really good people. You know, Wagner probably is going to be his first last or the year. Next year will be his last year. We got Frankie Louvu as well. They're really. I mean, they're building a point where like they have people that have voices in the locker room that are passionate. And right now, like I said before, we had some trash decisions made in the building. And you know how people are. I mean, like, I'm not messing with you if you ain't taking care of what needs to be done. No, everybody goes to a job sometimes like, man, I ain't finna do that. You know?
Like your
Now
boy
they got
said,
people that are doing what they need.
your boy said, attitude reflect leadership, boss.
well.
That's what he
So let
said.
me say this. I think it's more than a two-team division race, obviously, right? That's why we let a star. Think anything's possible, right? That's how we dream. Because only one organization in a whole wide world everybody want to play for, and that's the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
what?
so
What?
with that,
Hey,
with that,
drinking, man.
with
Put
that,
the drinks
with that,
down.
with
I
that,
ain't
I
never
make
heard
this
that.
point. You want me to roll into that too, yo?
I like y'all
Yeah,
draft.
you can roll into it as
Like
you
y'all
go.
draft.
Your daddy will be disappointed in you, Ken. You tell all the lies, man.
Hey, right
Wait,
quick,
that's
right
the
quick.
rules,
What's
bro.
good, Wallace? A1 from day one. What's good, Wallace?
I ain't heard nobody say they want to go to the Cowboys
I ain't heard that
in
one.
years. That is the most.
Well, you just
That
heard
is
the guy.
blasphemy.
You just
Just
heard
because
the guy.
you
You just
want to
heard
go
the
play
guy
for the
coming from
Cowboys, don't mean
Alabama
these
said,
players
"Hey,
won't do.
he want to come
Believe
in
you
so
don't listen to
establish himself."
103.3. How you know what
Right.
else going on in the rest of the world?
Yeah. Hey, even Mathis and Yo and Tony, all y'all want to see the Cowboys win again.
No,
Y'all
we
know y'all
don't.
want to see the Cowboys
No,
win
No,
again.
no,
why?
no.
When y'all
Why
look at
would
that
we want to see the
scoreboard, y'all
Cowboys
think about
win?
them Cowboys. Hear and think
Who?
about the Cowboys.
You ever heard of
Everybody think
cowboy
about the Cowboys.
fatigue,
What did they
bro?
do this
Y'all
year?
just be talking.
Huh?
I ain't look. I
Say
ain't no
what?
hater. I ain't feeling the Cowboys, man.
Okay, let's roll into this draft. I know y'all can't get y'all to go with me. That's
Now,
okay.
let
All
me
right, let's
say
roll
one
into
thing
this.
right
You
quick,
right. You
Ken.
can't get us to go with you. You
draft.
can't.
Hey, let me say one thing
Hey,
right
we
quick,
not
Ken.
lemons. We not
Yes,
going
sir.
over that bridge.
Hey, when we right
Hey,
quick.
yo, trying to talk.
Right quick. Hey, if you're not talking, go ahead and go on mute. I do hear a little bit of background noise, but it's all good. Have some fun. If you want to jump in, go back on, and then come back out. Ken, I will say, you and Tony, man, that was a heck of a draft. I think that was a heck of a draft. Go ahead,
I
Ken.
do, though. I do. I think what I saw, what a lot of people probably didn't saw, I'm sure Tony saw, but we basically went back to the old style of how we built the team, right? We went and we looked at the defense, we looked at the lines and said, hey, what are we gonna do? Where are we weak at, right? The one exception I would say, I'm kind of like hearing. I kind of felt like Shador Sanders obviously could have fit with our team with what we're trying to do. I mean, without all this stuff on the board, I still think we need a quarterback. I don't think Dak's going to be available the whole season. He's proven not to be. And in an NFL, if you're not available and you can't play, guess what? Nobody cares, right? And at the end of the day, when you look at what he's done from year to year, you go back and look at the stats of a 23 and 24, then a lot changed, right? That defense carried him over all the years in 2023, which is why we were, a lot more decent than where we were last year. And the guys just got to get it together. Nobody has had more and done less. So let's just go to the draft. Tyler Booker, obviously, guy 6'5", 300 pounds, right? Alabama. I've seen him personally play for 3-4 years. The guy's just everything you want in a lineman, right? Obviously, got to be taught on the next level in terms of the NFL. But what better program to come from than Roll Tide? That's all I'm saying about that one. When you look down the list, I think we hit the running back. I think the guy coming from Texas doesn't have a lot of miles on him. He was back up to Bijan. I think he's going to be excellent. Shamar James is questionable, right? Obviously, he's going to have an opportunity to come in there with us losing. I forget the guy with the neck issue, but he's got an opportunity to come in and establish himself and prove can he be a linebacker. If you go back over the last few years, we really hadn't had a quote unquote linebacker, right? And the whole thing with the whole Dallas team is they've got to learn how to win. All this podcast, Parsons, you got to go out and repeat every year. If you're going to be great and wear a star, you got to go out and show everybody, and you got to win a Super Bowl. Until you win a Super Bowl, none of this means nothing in Dallas when the Cowboys. You can say, oh, great record, 2-team division. We don't care about 2 teams. We want one team to win. That's it. We want to win, we want to win, and we want to win. That's it. We don't care about a 2-team division. We just want to win. So at the end of the day, I say all these other guys, obviously, I think we did a lot of good. The guy from East Carolina didn't know a lot about. I'll admit that. Just looking at his stats, he's questionable in terms of, hey, where's he going to fit in and can he play at the next level? So with that, that's all I got to say about the draft.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. So, me and Ken got similar takes, but some was different. First of all, I think that the Cowboys draft was really, believe it or not, had to do a lot with what the not Redskins, the Commanders did. I'm sorry about that. Wasn't trying to be disrespectful. What the Commanders did, I thought the Commanders' free agency, them picking up Jeremy Tunsil, picking up Debo, they had a great free agency. And if you already looked at Philadelphia, they were already a team that was in the trenches. So you got to go against Jalen Carter twice a year. You got to go against the Giants, the guy for the Giants, Carter, I think. I can't think of his name. Twice a year. So the trenches is what the NFC East seems to be turning to. So truthfully, I was happy they got Tyler Booker. I know Ken Ken wanted to get a wide receiver, but I think Tyler Booker, coming from Bama, is a person who played against Jalen Carter his whole college collegiate career. So he's a person that can fight in the phone booth. So I thought that was a good move. Donovan, our second pick, number 2 pick, he led the nation in sacks, but he don't have a lot of weight on him. He's a small guy. He's not really that fast. He just has some polished moves. So he's gonna only be a third down rusher, a third down person to me. Losing DeMarcus Lawrence was not a good move, was not a good thing, but I understand Jerry's not good with the finances, in my opinion. When old boy, be truthful, when old boy said that Jerry Jones would need to go, I fully agree with him. But I think that's one of the biggest problems. Now I disagree with Ken on our cornerback. Savon Rebels was graded as a first round pick until he tore his ACL in college from Eastern Carolina. He tore his ACL in college, or he would have been a first round pick. I think he's going to end up, him and Trayvon, going to end up being the starting 2 cornerbacks by the end of the season, and Bland's going to end up being being that nickel corner by the end of the season. Shavon,
Tony, one
yeah,
comment I make. Only
yes,
thing
sir.
I see with two guys on the outside with knee issues, right? And both kind of recovering from surgery. Man, I mean, golly, why? You know what I'm saying? Let's get a guy that we can stand up at least, right? We need one guy. That's my only.
Well, you got to remember they got picked up Kier Elam, the cornerback, the cornerback from Buffalo. They got him in free agency. Okay, so he was a former first round pick too. So they got somebody that might be able to fill in until just to be able to fill in. But I truly believe that Rebels, Diggs, and Bland will be our best secondary down the road. Now, I agree, injuries going to come in. Somebody, the guy for the Raiders mentioned that earlier. He talked about how you got to be healthy. You got to be healthy, but there's nothing you can do about that. We're playing a contact sport. So you're going to run across that. I'm not really sold on Shamar James, that linebacker from Florida. He's got speed, but he has no awareness. He's quick, but he runs past tackles. He runs, he just shoots through holes, but he has no awareness. So I'm not really big on him. To be truthful,
I think it's a matter, right? He just got to get the right coaching. I've seen the guy play. I think he knows football, right? He's a football player. He just got to be taught how to be a little bit more patient. He thinks that linebacker position, you got to attack every time. You can't do that, right? So
yeah. I think he's gonna be a special team guy, especially when Overshawn get back. But what you're not remembering is we had Jack Sanborn, free agency, come over from Chicago. So he came over with Matt Eberle. Chicago loved him. So that's a name that nobody knows, but you're gonna know him before the season's over with. Jack Sanborn. He's a linebacker. He's gonna probably be the starting middle linebacker when the season starts until Overshawn get back. But he's gonna be somebody that can play. So this Shamar James he's gonna be a special teamer in the end. The rest of our draft, I like Jaden Blue, but he's not a every down back, but that's fine. I like the other running back, Phil Moffitt from Clemson. I really think that the defensive tackle Jay, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, from UCLA, him and Mozzie Smith are gonna need to be. He's gonna have to perform. If he doesn't perform, then the Cowboys are going to be in trouble because everybody's going to run over him. The NFC East is a in the trenches league now, division now. And if we can't stop the run, we're not going to be able to do anything with Philly or Washington. And we will be in third. Just to be dead serious. Because Philly and Washington are the cream right now. So we have to set up the stopping the run, our cornerbacks, our receivers. We changed like 1/3 of the team. We got like 30 new players this year. It's going to be a lot. The only thing I do like is Brian Schottenheimer is going to be like his dad, which is a run first coach. And we brought in Connor Riley from Arizona. He was a beat you in the mouth type coach. So the whole conference, the whole division, should I say, is going to be about punching each other in the mouth. So that's what we're looking at with the NFC East. Period. Of course, nobody mentioned George Pickens. He's on a prove it year. So we'll see what George does. I'm not crazy about Javonte Williams, the running back that we picked up. He was with Denver. So I'm not crazy about him, but we'll see what he does. He's healthy now. He got hurt in 2022. So he's had 2 years to repair, but we'll see what he does. We'll see. But right now, our running back I think it's going to be, last year, our running back room might have been the worst room in the whole NFL. I don't see where it's in the top. It's surely not in the top half now. So we didn't do good with that in the draft. I knew why they didn't get once we passed on Williams. They got Booker because they had already had the Pickens trade. That was already settled. If he wasn't there, they had already made a deal with Pittsburgh to get him. That's why they never drafted a wide receiver. So that was already in the works. That's really pretty much it for me in the draft and the free agencies. What I feel, they've got to put a lot of work in, but the Cowboys had a lot of ifs. The Redskins and the Eagles have less ifs than we have right now.
Tony, Cowboys got two
Yeah.
big ifs. That's it to me, right?
I'm listening.
The coach and the quarterback. The same every year. Those are the two
Okay, I got a
points.
question for you, real quick, Jay.
That's it.
Ken, I got one question.
Yes,
Who
sir.
was the runner-up to? Who was the NFL runner-up to MVP year before last?
I don't want to hear all that, man. I just
Okay, so you hold on, but if you're gonna say the
I want him to
quarterback,
finish the season. I want him to finish the season. I want him to act like he's the leader of the team, right? And by being that leader, you go out there, you play smart, right? You don't get hurt, right? You got to make yourself available. You got to be smart with the plays you're making. All of this whole draft is built on one guy. One guy.
Ken, so what you want him to do? Not play on the field, not get hurt? I
want him to do better. I want him to manage the game situation better. When he get in a tight game, don't go down and throw interceptions. I want him to be a team.
Well, everybody wants that. Well, what quarterback in NFL that you say that you don't want that from?
Every quarterback. I want him to be like Mahomes when guys ain't doing what they need to be doing.
How many Mahomes in the league?
Right. He sit over there with Parsons, man, and act like he just I'm trying to think of something. Right? I can't even think.
Okay, so other than Kansas City, who else got him home?
Talk to that guy and put him in places. Hey, you the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, man. You go set that dude right and let him know. Hey, look, this ain't how we play this game.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
You got to be man, Tom Brady strong when you're the quarterback, man. Especially if I make.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Ken. Got a question for you. So we got the Raiders on here, we got the Redskins on here, we got the Falcons on here. Okay, on this podcast right now. So you think that and be truthful, Jaden, I'm sorry, I keep saying the Redskins. The Commanders, sorry about that. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. The Commanders got a quarterback who came in as a rookie. Okay, so the rookie of the year before that, had a great year as rookie season, didn't have a great year. We don't know what he's gonna do. But what quarterback for any one of these teams can we say we know is a Tom Brady or a Patrick Mahomes?
But the question is, though, like Caleb Williams didn't have it. I mean, was it Caleb Williams? But I'm sorry, Stroud. I mean, they didn't build around him. You know what I mean? We're all talking about building our team.
We've been building around Dak for the
but we still don't know. Nobody has a Patrick Mahomes on this part. He said he won't. Dak Prescott be like Patrick Mahomes.
No.
There's only one Patrick Mahomes in the league.
My benchmark is the leadership part. You are the leader of the team. Act like you're the leader of the team. Own the team.
Then get rid of Jerry Jones.
Big time players make big time plays and big time games. And I'm sorry, I ain't seen Dak do one yet. Anytime he comes down there, he cannot take the team over the top.
I gotta agree with Ken because it's gonna start even before the field, before they even get on the field, or even when they're on the sideline. Because now he's got to deal with two prima donnas.
Yeah, he got to deal.
Two prima donnas.
CeeDee Lamb was already trying to get in his grill last year. Now you're gonna have to deal with George Pickens doing the same thing, and George Pickens is a bigger headache than CeeDee Lamb has ever been.
Well, Pickens is going to be in the press and calling him out.
Right, so Dak has got to step up. Dak has no choice but to step up.
But my point is that's every quarterback has to step up.
Yeah, but
you only got one Patrick Mahomes in the league.
But you're not expecting the same thing. You're not expecting the same thing from Michael Penix as you are from Dak Prescott, because Dak Prescott, for one, is making $300 million or whatever his contract is, and he's been in the league for 6-7 years.
Okay, so if you're not expecting that from Michael Penix, then that means you're not expecting to get to the Super Bowl. But if you're not expecting that from Michael Penix, that means your aspirations are not as high. That's what you're telling me.
Look, we don't have to deal. We don't have to deal with those.
Let me make one statement real quick before y'all finish. I'm gonna let y'all finish. One quick. I'm not saying Dak Prescott is the best quarterback. I don't think Dak Prescott's the best quarterback in the league by far. Okay, but I don't think that Prescott deserves all the ridicule that you give him.
Yeah,
Now go
but
ahead. I'll be quiet.
Tony, listen to me. When
I'm
he gets
listening.
in pressure situation, he goes out and turn the ball over, man. Ain't no more discussion. You cannot do that when you the organization leader. You cannot do that.
Can I just say
That's
one
all
thing? I
they
mean,
said.
with Dak, I mean, he's on his way out, though. You know what I'm saying? He got his contract. Penix is coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they tried so much with him in which they didn't move stuff and did stuff. And last year, this true, they didn't build around him last year. But this year,
You talking about Dak or Penix
they
right now?
got him a second. They
He talking
got him
about
a
that.
second wide receiver, and they got a great tight end as well.
Yeah.
What is he going to do this year? Nothing.
Okay, so when he had two wide receivers and a tight end, then what did he do?
I don't know. We're gonna find out this year.
Okay,
Yeah, Tony, but that
I'm not
defense
gonna
was
disagree.
Man, I just
He
I
did the
just
same
feel like
thing Tony
I just
Romo
feel
did,
like
man. It
not
is
I
what it
mean,
is.
really just
That-
the
let me
Tony
let me
Romo
say
is
this.
See,
tough.
so
Let me say
so
this.
Tony
In my
Romo
defense
and
was
all
able to
Dak
score.
Prescott never had a top defense. Dan
in
Quinn
my
didn't give
opinion,
one.
it's
Freaking
all about
the defensive coordinator they had, they fired a defensive coordinator every year. So they always had to throw the
so.
ball and score because the defense wasn't gonna hold them.
Wait a minute,
Hey
I'm
time
not
out.
trying to
Tony,
say
Y'all
Dak
didn't
is the
have
hey
greatest.
y'all
Tony,
had a top
Tony
y'all had a
Ken,
Yeah,
top
hey Tony
five
yeah,
Ken, I
yeah,
got a
defense
yo.
question for
2
y'all.
years ago.
I
Yeah,
got a
go,
question
yo.
for y'all, Tony Ken.
Who's saying yo?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead, Dion.
Who was
Dion.
the running back that year with Dak? When Dak had the runner up for the MVP, who was the running back?
Uh,
Pollard,
Tony Pollard.
Pollard, yes.
Pollard.
Pollard.
That was a
And
bad
Pollard
move.
was his,
he had
Pollard
a,
was
he had a
running back year
thousand
before
yard season.
last.
He had a thousand
Huh?
yard season. He had a thousand
Yeah,
yard
yeah,
season.
he had a thousand yards
Yeah,
for 17 games, not a lot, but yeah.
I think he had like 20 yards.
Yeah, yeah.
He wasn't moving the ball.
but
That
He had,
was
he,
here's
had-
the
he had he
reason
had a
why
thousand
I
yards,
asked.
but he wasn't a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
no, for sure. But
Yeah, he
here's the
Yeah,
reason
definitely
why I
had a
asked.
thousand
Here's
yards
the
because he
reason
wasn't
why
a
I
track
asked this
runner.
though, and this is a question really for all NFL teams. Do you feel like the Cowboys try to turn Dak Prescott into Patrick Mahomes when they should have done more ball control? You understand what I'm
I
saying? As
totally
opposed to trying
agree.
to make him
I
a
totally
4,000,
agree.
5,000 yard passer.
Yes, you're on the page I'm on. Don't he can't be Patrick Mahomes. He can't be because he's not. There's only one Patrick Mahomes, only one. So you have to make him who he is. Okay? They didn't. Philadelphia didn't try to make daggone Jalen to a Patrick Mahomes. They didn't try to do that.
Tony, Tony,
Okay? Build him a defense. Ken,
Tony.
Ken, let me finish. Let me finish, Ken.
Okay.
Build a defense around him. Give him an offensive line. Give him a defensive line. Put him in a situation where he can manage. Many teams have won Super Bowl without Patrick Mahomes. Go ahead, sir. Ken, I'm listening.
All right, Buffalo, right? They assessed their situation last year with that offensive coordinator, right? And
Yes,
they
sir. I agree.
all
I
right.
agree.
If you look at Josh, right, and over the years and how he's grown from where he was, the guy's a
Yes,
total
sir.
quarterback, wouldn't you say?
I agree. Yes, sir, I would.
Now, Buffalo hadn't had as many picks, as many choices. They've done some things. They've gotten rid of star players, right?
Yes, sir.
Right?
I
Would you
agree.
agree? They developed
Yes.
that guy. They developed that
Yes.
guy. Dak is
Yes.
the same quarterback he's been since he played at Mississippi State, which is the
Okay, I got
problem.
one
He
question.
cannot be the
I only
quarterback of
got
the
one
Dallas
question for you,
Cowboys
Ken.
coming from Mississippi State.
Ken, I only got one question for you. Just
Yes,
one.
sir. Yeah.
How many Super Bowls does Josh have?
Hey, it's coming, brother. The
No,
guy
you didn't
you
answer
can
the question.
you
I
can
asked you one question. How
zero.
many Super
How many
Bowls does
Dak
Josh
have?
Allen have?
Zero. Zero.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
Dismiss.
here's the
Find me
difference.
somebody else.
Here's the difference.
Find me
Here's
somebody
the
else.
difference. Here's the difference. The standard is different. Dak plays for the Dallas Cowboys, who has 5 Super Bowls. There's a standard of winning. When you look
Hey,
at
Ken,
Buffalo,
you
Man,
there's
came
no
on here talking
standard
about
of winning. There's a standard of losing.
we had. You said that
Yeah.
yourself. I'm sitting there going, why he said we had? We still have. You said we had. You was in the past. I wasn't in the past. I went to 3 Super Bowls and watched the Cowboys win 3 Super Bowls. You came on here talking about we had
That
yourself.
Tony,
So don't
Tony,
tell me what we
I
had.
agree with the hat.
Boy,
Tony,
I
Tony,
love
Yeah.
I
Tony,
love to see them
Tony,
feed each other.
Tony,
I just love to
listen,
see
Okay,
them
Ken?
feed each other.
So
Tony,
you put
listen to
yourself,
me. I
Ken,
agree with you.
I'm
Yes,
a
I do.
Cowboy fan, but I'm not that Cowboy fan.
I
That's all
know,
I'm
but
saying.
here's why, Tony. I cannot stand by. I mean, we keep making all these moves for one guy. And I think they're good moves this draft. Some of the things we've done in the offseason.
Yes,
But this
yes.
guy has proven to us he's one thing, which is not dependable. That's all I'm saying. The record shows he's not dependable. Anybody
Okay,
that
so
goes and up under and goes for what 24
Who
hours
you
to
gonna
get a
go to?
freaking
Trey Lance?
tattoo, to get a
huh,
freaking
Trey
tattoo
Lance.
when you work
we
about
don't
$300
have Trey
million, that
Lance.
tells you your mindset.
Y'all don't have Trey
Cowboy,
Lance anymore?
Cowboys don't have Trey Lance. No.
Oh, they got
No.
rid of him. Okay. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Cooper Rush.
if
Cooper
you
Rush.
think
No, we picked
about it,
up. We
right?
picked up Milton from New England. We
Mm.
picked up the black quarterback
Yeah,
from New
that's
England.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Y'all did
Guys,
get
the
Milton.
guy's not a
Yeah.
good decision making, Tony. I mean, that's how I'm
Okay,
saying.
I'm
There's
not. Hold
enough
on.
evidence
I'm
at this
not going to
point.
disagree. Hold on. I'm not going to disagree with you on that, Ken. I said that in the beginning. But what
Okay.
I said is, Dak is who Dak is. Okay, you can't expect for him to be Patrick Mahomes. You can't want him to be Patrick Mahomes. You have to let him be who he is and
No,
get support for him. Dak is not Patrick Mahomes, where he can take a team that's not that very well to a Super Bowl. But there's only one Patrick Mahomes in the league. Nobody else has proven to be able to do that. Not one other quarterback in the league that's playing now has proven he can take a subpar team and take them to a Super Bowl win. Not one. You got some
Tony.
quarterbacks that are good that can get them there, but they need to have support. Dak is not Patrick Mahomes either. That's all I'm saying. So you expect him to be Patrick
Okay.
Mahomes? That's not
No, no,
fair.
no. Let me ask you another question, Tony.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
what did you see with Philadelphia Eagles this year with that quarterback?
Defense. Their defense was best defense in the league.
Right. And
Defense
what else?
running the
What
ball.
what about the quarterback? What
Running
did he
back,
do?
the best running attack in the league.
Okay, but what did the quarterback do?
Push. That's about it. Push.
But
Had
when
two all pro wide receivers and push. And
but who
and
is
Dallas
but
Gabbert, who's a top 10 tight end.
well, I tell you what he did. He managed the game.
No, I
He
just
didn't make
told
bad
you. You
decisions.
asked me.
He
You
managed
don't get to answer
stars.
my question.
He
Oh,
managed
no,
a
no, 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 no,
receiver
no,
that
no.
was a diva.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
that's Cowboys fans there,
He was
boy.
a leader. He was a
Look at
leader.
Church.
What'd you say?
I said he was a
That's a
leader.
word.
He was what?
He was a leader. He led that team when that
What did he have?
situation
What
came
did
up.
he have to do? What? Okay, so
Lead.
hold on, I got a question for you. So Philadelphia had no leadership problems this year, right?
No, I'm not saying
When,
that.
when, when Anthony Brown got into him on the sideline, when the coach was fussing at the fans, they had no problems this year, right?
But Tony,
Did they
all of
win the
that
Super Bowl
happened.
with no
Dallas
problems?
still in the same place. This guy ain't doing nothing. He has
Bruh,
no leadership.
he's not doing
He's
nothing
not
to
the right
you
guy.
because he
Huh?
don't have the right support. Give him
Tony,
the support first.
we've been changing
My,
the
my, my,
for
my
5
commander
years
fan
for this
said
guy.
it.
We've
My
been changing
commander
it
fan
for
said it.
5 years.
He said,
5
let's see
years
what
for
he
this.
do. And the Cowboys still have holes. They don't have a
I
running
think he can,
back.
I think he can push the ball down the field and stuff. I do think he make good decisions and stuff. I don't think Jerry has ever put it's always Jerry's world. You know what I'm saying? He
It's
waits
always
for
Jerry's world.
the beginning of the season instead of just going ahead and making like Parsons. Have they paid him yet?
No, it's
No,
coming
they
up this
haven't.
year.
Because
That's
Jerry's
If he
ridiculous.
young.
get paid, I don't think they're gonna
No,
pay
they
him.
haven't paid him yet.
Yeah, they ain't
That's
gonna pay him.
ridiculous, man.
Not
It
alone.
is
Jerry up in
ridiculous.
there.
You know what I'm
It's very
saying?
ridiculous.
Let's get away from the pageantry of everything and let's get to football. You know what I'm saying? I don't get me wrong. I can't stand the Cowboys with the water I wash myself with, bro. It's nasty to me. You know, sometimes after you get out the bath, that water nasty.
That's
That's how
Cowboy.
I feel about
Cowboy
this.
water.
No, that's how you was when you got in the tub. Don't get on the Cowboys. Go ahead.
Hey, well, shit, I had to wash it off. You know what I'm saying? I had to wash it off. But what I'm saying is that I love good football. You know, it's all, we ain't dying about it. We just living on a part of this stuff. It's a part of our lives. I want them to have a good team. I want it to be a great fight. I mean, I would love to blow y'all out. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, in the end, I was at the game where RG3 and Hall got you know what I'm saying? I was there. You know what I'm saying? That's what you paid for, you know? And Jerry is messing it up with all the talk about this and that. Let's
So
get
No,
back to
I totally
football.
agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I just think sometimes the Cowboy fans get a little off kilter of what we got going on. And I'm gonna be truthful. I don't hate the Falcons. I don't hate the Reds. I'm not crazy about Philadelphia right now, but there's no team that I hate. Or I'm like, I just hate for that team to see that team play. I like to see Jalen. I like to see Jalen quarterbacking. It's good to have a black quarterback come in this league, even if he is on the NFC East, a rival team. I still gonna root. I still like that part. I like good football, but I think sometimes us Cowboy fans And maybe because I'm older, and maybe because I've been to Roger Staubach and Tony Dorsett, and I've been Calvin Watkins, who writes for the Cowboys, is a cousin of mine. Also, maybe because I don't have that thought process of, okay, well, we're going and we're the world. I don't look at it like that. There's been 55 Super Bowls, and there's only one team with 6. That means that's 40 some Super Bowls that they didn't win.
Mhm.
But we look at it like we got to win every year. I don't see that.
I mean, we can't even find a 2-time winner in the division. It's like you said, it's the trenches. It's really
Yes,
the
we
trenches.
can't win back to back every
I don't.
year.
I think it's evaluating what we see, right? I think coaches coach. I think owners own the team, but I think at the end of the day, when you look at a player who's had more opportunities than most, right, and you see everything the organization's
Hey man,
doing,
what's Steve Young's
yeah,
history? Do you know Steve Young's history?
I
We were
mean,
talking about
He
the
I,
other day.
I
do
go
you know
back and
Steve
I,
Young's
I
history?
place it all, but I'll tell you this. I'm making my point. I'm actually listen to what you're saying about what I'm saying.
So
When you look at the guy, he's the same guy. He makes the same type of mistakes that he made when he first came over, right? Year 2, year 3, he hasn't got any better in terms of his progression. He does the same thing. And the game is close. He's going to blow it. He's going to turn it over. Those are facts. That's just not me imagining that. That's what I've seen. That's what he's done. It's time to move on from that guy.
well, he just signed a new contract, so he's not moving on nowhere
Well,
because
hey,
they can't afford to get rid of him.
what
I,
did the Falcons do with Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins ain't going
oh
nowhere.
Jesus,
Huh?
Don't be
let's
Kirk
not
bringing us
Cousins ain't
into
going
this.
nowhere.
do
What
not
did
Well,
get
they
Daryl
do?
and
What did they
Matthew
do?
started on
bring us
that.
They
into
benched
this.
him, right?
Free money.
We'll
Oh
send
Lord,
y'all
They
Kurt when
benched him,
Dak.
right?
We'll send y'all Kurt when Dak get hurt.
No.
But
See what
they
you
benched
did,
him, right?
Ken.
But my
See what
point
you
is,
did,
they
Free
Ken.
benched him.
money.
They put him on the bench, right?
yeah.
We'll,
Okay, that's
we'll
all.
They
send
put him
y'all
on bench
Kurt.
That's
because
all
they
I'm saying.
drafted somebody. We haven't drafted nobody.
We'll send y'all Kurt when Dak get hurt.
No, we don't want Kurt. Y'all can have Kurt.
All
No,
right.
we good.
Hey,
Well,
straight
let your
up.
season go down the drain.
Kurt,
I'll take
Let
Kirk.
your
We'll let
season
it
go
go
Take
down
down
the
the
Kirk over
drain.
drain.
that.
That's okay.
Kirk beat Dak. Kirk beat Dak last time they played.
I like
Oh
Kirk.
Lord, oh Lord.
Look,
Hey, straight up though.
Kurt played in that game.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt
Yeah,
didn't beat
Kirk
Dak.
played that game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kurt
Kirk beat
played.
Dak that game.
Okay. Oh, well, Kurt ain't beat Dak. Kurt play
Kirk
offense.
threw
Dak play offense.
he threw 3 touchdowns that game.
Kurt didn't beat Dak. Kurt don't play offense.
You
Dak play
right.
offense.
Our terrible defensive line beat Dak though. Beat
You
him to
sure
sleep.
did. Our terrible offensive line beat Dak too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, I can say right quick though, I do like what Dallas did in the draft and in their offseason looks good. I'll tell you, if you don't
Except
know
the coach.
who,
Except the coach.
hey, Blue, the running back out of Texas is
James Blue?
lightning,
That boy
and
fast.
Phil Maffa is thunder. Real, hey, y'all gonna have a backfield. Y'all not gonna have no problem with running the ball. If like Tony said, go back to the old school.
Yeah.
If you're gonna build around Dak, run the ball,
Run the ball.
run the
Exactly.
ball,
Run that
play
football.
action. Ken, I
Play
used to
action.
tell
Yeah.
y'all that all the time. When you
Yeah.
gonna get back to running the ball? Run the
Yeah,
ball,
man.
play action. You got 2 crazy receivers out there now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man,
They can get past the defense. Yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of pressure because I think leadership's gonna. I mean, I'm just I don't see the guy stepping up and putting these guys in place and saying that, hey, I'm the freaking quarterback, right?
Yeah.
And letting them know that I'm in charge. I just don't see him doing that. He don't have the.
Well, let's see what your new coach does.
Yeah.
Your new old school style coach. Let's see what he does.
Let's see. With no pedigree, but we'll see. In terms of
No pedigree. He's a Schottenheimer. To me,
Yeah.
he ain't no pedigree.
Got the
What's
name,
that?
huh?
What does that mean?
That mean his dad was pedigree means where you came from.
What
You
does that mean?
used the
though,
wrong
for
used the
him?
wrong word, I think.
He ain't done
Maybe you
nothing.
didn't mean use pedigree. You mean no experience.
What has he done for him? Yeah. I mean, you
Brian
can't live off his
Schottenheimer,
dad's
you
record.
said no.
I don't care what
Okay,
his
so
dad
you didn't
did.
mean use pedigree. You mean no experience.
Well, I'm talking about for his own pedigree. What has he done?
Pedigree is okay. Forget it, man. Go ahead.
Here we
I
go.
know
I love it. I love it, man. You know,
Use the
man.
What
Yeah,
has
he
he
used
done?
the word
What
pedigree.
has
but
he
I-
done?
Yeah.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said,
I was
what
saying
has
he
he
used the
done?
word pedigree, and I don't think
You
he
use the word pedigree. Pedigree means your line, where you came from,
Yeah.
where you
Okay,
come
but what
from.
has
He
he done?
came from a Schottenheimer.
But
So
what
his
has he
pedigree
done?
is Schottenheimer. What you mean?
But
What
what
has
has he
Marty
done?
done? You mean what
Yeah.
has Marty done, or what has Brian done?
No, the coach now. What has he done,
So
Brian?
Marty is Marty in the Hall of Fame? Marty has a great record.
No,
I don't
he
care
talking
about
about y'all
Marty.
head
Marty
coach
won't
now.
do nothing for us. What
Okay,
has
so you
Brian
said
done?
pedigree. You
Nah,
said
but yeah, you
pedigree.
still tripping off the word
What has
pedigree.
Brian done?
Okay, so you mean he has no experience?
Right.
What
No
has
problem. Go
Brian
ahead. I
done?
got your point. I got your point. Brian hasn't
Okay.
done anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you said pedigree. That's what I was on. Go ahead.
Here we
What
go.
does that got to do? I'm talking about the coach. I'm saying, what has he done?
Ain't done nothing.
Right. He
Ain't
got
done
a
nothing.
job probably because of his name. Come
Ken,
on, man.
Ken,
Come on.
I want you to take a break and go look up definition of pedigree, then come back.
Oh, I
Come
know.
on,
No,
everybody
no.
else, go
Hey
ahead and talk.
Ken.
I know what
Hey
I
Ken,
know what
let me hit you up right quick, Ken. You know Tony is a former drill instructor. So
Right. Right.
Marines. So you got
He
you
gonna
gotta
drill him.
forgive him.
Yeah, he gonna
Okay,
drill him.
got it.
You gotta forgive him.
My point.
Hey.
My point is nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about Kyle Shanahan. What happened? He threw a whole Super Bowl away for the Falcons. That don't mean anything to me. At the end of the day, what have you done? A lot of these guys just get cycled because of who they know. Until you come in, sports is all about wins and losses, right? Until you get a winning record and be able to show you can do it, nobody respects you. Nobody cares about your name and your pedigree. Nobody cares.
That's right.
Nobody
Now he
cares.
used pedigree, right?
That's
You,
right.
you can be
I
a
agree.
no
Now
name
he
nobody
used
and go
pedigree,
out
right?
there and win, and everybody start loving you. That's the way
Right,
sports work. That's it.
Okay, I
Right.
agree with that, Ken. Ken, I
Okay.
1000% agree with that statement.
Okay, that's all I'm
I'm-
saying.
Here
You
we
got
go.
you.
Hey, Daryl, Mathis, what y'all got to say about the guys so far, about their teams and how they feel about their teams? What's up, Matt? Daryl?
Hey, give them some pugil sticks. Give them two Cowboys fans the pugil sticks and let them go at it. Just
No,
let them go
we
at
ain't
it.
gonna fight each other. We
Both of them
family.
military
We
guys.
family.
I'm
We
having
family.
a ball.
No. I'm gonna ride with him.
We are building for the same reason, right?
That's
We
right.
got the
We
same
gonna ride.
cause. We want to win.
Ain't
That's
no
why
fighting.
critical.
We
can
don't
be
fight.
critical.
We
That's
can't
right.
fight each other.
That's
No,
right. We can
For
be
real.
critical. We can
For
be
real,
critical
though.
of our own family.
that's right.
all we do.
That's my
We
family.
for our own family.
For real though.
That's right.
The Cowboys had a pretty good draft, all things considered. But I think y'all hit the nail on the head. I don't think that could get him to a Super Bowl. I really
Could be
don't.
right.
Physically or his leadership, I'm not sure which. Maybe both. I don't think he could get him there. So y'all gonna have to find a quarterback somewhere. We got a quarterback if you want him. We'll take a third round pick for him if
I
you
mean,
want
to
him.
your point, all I was saying was
Talking
both
about
things
Kirk.
are questionable because you've seen him not execute above some of the deficits he's had. You know what I'm saying? You've seen him not be able to get past them over and over again. I mean, these are not things I'm making up. If you go back and look at him over the last 3 seasons, these are all things. Whether he doesn't make it to the end of the season or he makes bad decisions, which are very similar to the decisions he's made in the past. I mean,
So he's never made any good decisions in game.
I didn't say he didn't. I didn't say he
He's
had
frustrating.
I'm not painting that brush. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is that when we need him to make a good decision and drive the team and define his career, he hasn't done it. That's bottom
Okay,
line.
what you saying? You're justified in saying that because they haven't won a Super Bowl. He hasn't taken them to a Super Bowl, so you justified in saying that.
Because he hadn't had the big moment to be able to take the team over the top. They're not even. I mean, the Super Bowl is a special thing. I understand that. Like to your
Okay, I only
point,
got one question for you, Ken. He ain't going nowhere. So what you gonna do? You gonna stop
We
rooting for
don't
him?
know if he ain't going anywhere or not. In the days,
He ain't going nowhere. They just signed to a contract. He
Yeah, but
can't
that
go
don't mean
nowhere.
anything. That don't mean anything.
Yes, it does. Financially, he can't move.
Okay. Well, again,
Cowboys are not good financially, so he can't move. We ain't even signed Michael Parsons yet. So financially, we're probably the worst organization in the league, in my opinion, when it comes to finance. So you can't send him nowhere. He can't go nowhere.
okay.
So he's up. So he gonna be there. So you might well
in-
root for him for another 2 years.
No, in
Or
my
you might well
mind,
stop
in
watching.
sports,
One or
in
two.
my mind, in sports, the day of anybody being untouchable is gone. So I think everybody's touchable, right? In today's sports, that's the way I feel about it.
Well, you need to become a GM.
Yeah, that's what you got to
Then
feel
your mind
about.
might get changed.
Yeah,
Then your mind might get
King
changed.
I think
Richard just said Cowboys should have
a lot.
got Shador.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was. I think that at least Shador was there for all those rounds with some of the moves we've got. We know we needed a guy. Nothing.
I
else.
really don't think the Cowboys should have got Shador myself, but I can't. Shador shouldn't have went no 5th round for sure. But I don't think the Cowboys was a team for him because we just picked up Milton from New England in free agency. We just traded for him. I mean, before that, so we had 2 quarterbacks in the room already. Plus, we had Will Greer. Shador wasn't something that was more needed than what we needed, than the things we drafted.
Hey,
Yeah.
we
With
gonna find out soon.
with the exposure of Dion, they were never going to get him. They were never going to.
Dion messed up. Yeah, Dion messed up with running his mouth before the daggone. Tell him where he gonna decide where his son go. In my opinion,
Don't
But
get
that's
Daryl
another
started
story.
on that.
Yeah,
it was years.
we'll be on here to 11
Don't
to
get
midnight
Daryl
talking about
started
Hey,
that.
Henry.
It was
Hey,
years
Henry.
before. Excuse me.
Do me a favor, Henry. Mail them a bottle of whatever you drinking, and I'm gonna send them a glass with their stars on it, cause they gonna need that all season.
Hey,
Okay,
we
we just
go.
gonna.
Oh no, we
I
not.
got you.
We
So,
gonna
Hey,
jump
I
on
got
into that.
realistic expectations. We finna talk about schedules. What we expect the team schedule to be in a few minutes. I got
Yeah,
realistic expectations.
Hey,
So
hey,
that's what we're gonna do.
That Mathis or Tony said that.
That's Tony.
Matt said that.
Oh,
Matt
Master
said
said
that.
that.
Hey, hey,
Yeah,
Mathis. Hey, we break TVs and kick over trash cans.
that's why I'm trying to get you.
Oh, I'm not.
So maybe getting
Y'all
you
got
drunk ain't the
warranties,
right
bro.
way to go.
One more. Okay.
Y'all got warranties.
Yeah.
So
All
Yeah.
right, we're
No.
gonna jump
maybe
into
getting
the
y'all some
schedule
alcohol
right
ain't the
quick.
way to go. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do that then.
Right. That's why I said we break TVs, kick over
Yeah.
trash cans,
Okay.
man.
All
We
right.
don't need alcohol, man. We have
But no, I think y'all do it sober too. So I don't even know if that really matters.
I'm gonna drink a beer to that one.
Raiders fans, y'all got your schedule for 2025. Tell me what you think. High level. Tell me what you think about your schedule for this year. Tell me what you think about the teams. Are there certain teams that you just can't wait to see come to your home or whatever? Big games to you. Jump out. Anything that jumps out. Let me know what y'all think about your schedule.
Man, the second game of the season, bro.
Monday Night
Second game of the
Football.
season. Yes, sir. Against the Chargers. Listen, we got Cowboys and Commanders on in the same show. If you put a Charger fan or a Chiefs fan on with us, man, I might jump through the screen. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Charger fans talk so much smack and ain't want to jack. You feel me? And so I just be looking at them like, bro, y'all, we got more fans in LA than y'all got. So sit down and shut up. But here's my thing about why I say the Chargers game is probably the one that's going to be the tone setter for the season. Anybody that knows football knows that Pete Carroll and Harbaugh have had rivalries since college. They go at it. And believe you me, they ain't been talking to each other through the media going back and forth, but believe you me, Pete Carroll's going to want to come out, and believe you me, Harbaugh's going to want to come out and establish physical dominance against Pete Carroll's teams. It's a division game. It's a Monday night game. And like I said, I just feel it's a tone setter. And I'll say this, and then I'll let Henry take it, but schedule predictions. Last year, the Raiders went 0-6 in the division. If we can split the division, 3 up, 3 down, I think we win 9 games. If we can't split the division and we go 0-6 again, we got 6 games. That's my prediction. What you got, Henry?
I agree with you on the on the record. But when I look at the schedule as far as tough games, it's only really like 4 that jump out at me. And no, the Cowboys ain't one of them.
I forgot we played them.
Yeah, we played a division this year. So we
Yeah.
got times that we play the Chiefs. We know that's always a tough game for us. And then Commanders and the Eagles.
Yep.
Those would be pretty tough games. Now, I'm not by any means saying that we're definitely gonna run the tape on all these
Tough losses.
Yeah.
Texans gonna be tough too, man. We gotta go. We gotta go to Houston. That's gonna be a tough one. They physical.
Hey, is that
Yeah,
Cowboy,
with D'Amico Ryans
Cowboy
and
game
the
in
head coach.
Vegas?
Yeah.
Is that
So what?
Cowboy game in Vegas? I know it's Monday night.
No,
It's in Vegas.
Yes,
It's
in
in
Vegas.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are the 4 games that I know that are going to be tough. But every game in the NFL is tough. It's any given
Every
Sunday.
game. Yes, sir.
You can look at teams. You know, I'm basing it off of production last year, but can't do that because we can look at Detroit and what they did last season. Look at the season before that. They wasn't the same team. I mean, he got those guys out there balling. So, all that being said, 4 games I think are going to really be tough. Are going to be those 2 Chiefs games, the Commanders and the Eagles. But you also threw out there Texans. I forgot about them with D'Amico Ryans as the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them, the rest of the games, was They're going to be tough games, but you know what I'm saying, we got to worry about one game at a time. I never been that fan to go and look forward and I'm going to check off this game, that game, that game. Right now, I'm worried about OTAs. Once we get through OTAs,
see what it look like.
See what it look like. You know, I might look at a little bit of preseason, but I don't really pay attention to it because those are guys that we're trying to fill out the roster with, mainly.
Yep.
Once we get to week 1, I'm worried about week 1. I ain't worried about week 2. I don't care nothing about week 2. And that's how I just approach the season. But definitely those prime. We got a couple primetime games I see this year. They're showing us some love. Hopefully we don't suck and they don't flex out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go back to the Raiders schedule real quick. I want to ask Henry. I want to ask the panel too because it was an article that came out about the Raiders schedule. Anybody that watch football know that Raiders fans always feel like the NFL got a big middle finger for the Raiders because of Al Davis's history in suing the NFL. So the basis of the article was that the Raiders are supposed to have a last place schedule because they were last place in their division. But then you look at the miles that they travel and the rest time that they have in between and the advantage that the teams that the Raiders is going to play as far as being rested. I think they said 4 to 5 of the teams that the Raiders got to play on flying back to the East Coast will be coming off of their bye or coming off of a Monday night game where it's like a pseudo bye. So if you look at their schedule, they go to New England, they come back home. They go to Washington, they come back home. They go to Indy, they come back home. You see how they got them traveling, the miles that they got them traveling.
Well, the Cowboys are definitely be coming off a bye when we play. So yeah,
right. I'm
but
telling you,
that, so we ain't worried about that, man.
I mean, they deep grown men, but I'm just saying, as far as advantages and disadvantages, as far as you got a last place schedule. There's a competition committee that puts these things together. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, if you're going to say, okay, well, a team had a losing record and they're going to pick, top 5 in the draft, or, we're going to get them a last place schedule, that's to create a little bit more parity or balance things out a little bit. With the controversy is always like, okay, the referee can call holding in every play, but they seem to call holding more when it's the Raiders. So
that is a last place schedule.
That is tough.
I mean, you can't control who you play in your division, right? So obviously you got to play the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos. 3 decent to really good teams. But outside of the division, y'all got the Patriots who weren't good last year. You got the Bears who weren't good last year. The Colts are a mess. The Titans picked first this year, right? The Jaguars are a mess. The Cowboys are a mess. The Browns are a mess. And the Giants are a mess. That's 8 teams those are bad teams. The Cowboys especially. So y'all should win some of those.
Well, you heard me say.
Wait a minute.
I gave us 9 games.
Wait.
Real fans is talking. Real fans is talking. Go ahead. Go ahead, Millhouse. Go ahead,
I'm
Millhouse.
spared the Falcons because I got a soft spot for the Falcons, right? Especially everything they've done with the draft and the organization and what it looks like now, right? I'm feeling good about it. I like it. But for him to say everybody else is trash, what did you win last year? What was your record?
Better than y'all.
I mean, just we beat the
Cowboys. Better than y'all.
I remember that. We beat the Cowboys. Anyway, back to this.
Okay, all right. For the record here, so we're recording it, so we can look back. I mean,
better than y'all.
Let it be known that you were challenged on that point.
Your record wasn't better than ours.
The record, our record was better than the Cowboys' record.
What y'all 17, right?
Where y'all picking the draft?
That was 17.
No, we didn't.
Bro, your quarterback was Cowboys. Bro, your quarterback was healthy. You got a receiver that probably, if he ever get a quarterback, will probably be like Pro Bowl status every year. Landon,
Those sound mysteriously like excuses. Mysteriously, they kind of resemble excuses right now.
I'm talking about your team. I'm saying you built all these weapons. You got a running back. You got what most teams would have. What if they had the talent you guys had? Most teams would be, playoff contention every year. You guys have had this for the last three years.
Tough, man.
No, no.
Obviously,
You
you
can't call
haven't seen
people
our
team
defense.
trash. You can't call people. My
It's
point is, you
okay.
can't call people team
Well, let's
trash.
put Marcus Mariota on the Cowboys and Desmond Ritter, and let's see who's what.
Ask Raiders fans about
Oh,
Desmond Ritter.
Regardless of what talent is around those two quarterbacks,
Hey,
let's see what happens.
you guys
Hey, we
picked
know
up a guy
about
that
Mariota
quit
and
on the team.
Ritter.
Yeah, he
Oh
quit
yeah,
on
y'all
the
had
team.
Mariota too, didn't you?
Yeah, we had both of them. We had both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both of them
Boy.
problems.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
So
but
now
my
that
point
we
is, you
have
can't call
a
nobody team trash. Is my point. Okay, that's all.
oh well, yeah, we can.
No,
Because
you
y'all
can't.
trash.
No,
Yeah.
you can't. Everybody on here won except you. We already made that.
Every
That's a
team
fact.
can say every team is trash.
Everybody on
It's
here
okay,
got
because that's what
multiple
we're
Super
gonna do.
Bowls.
I don't care.
Everybody
Look,
on
New
here.
England, I call New England trash even when they won. I don't care about none of that, because
Wait a minute.
regardless, they trash to me.
Wait.
All right.
Wait, it is not even current. It's not even past. I mean, it's forever. You guys have never won anything. Forever. That's a whole different status and category.
That's
Forever.
fine. That's
Huh?
fine. And
But you
you
can't
got
call
people that
nobody team
look.
trash.
That's cool, but y'all got people that are Cowboys fans who ain't never seen it, and they will sit up there and stand on 5 championships. Now,
I know
granted,
what
you've
you
been
mean.
alive through some of those championships. Cool, but who cares?
Everybody
Nobody cares
cares, but they
anymore.
don't take the trophies back. They
Do
still
you
in
know? Do
the
you
game.
know? Last year was the first year that you guys were quiet because y'all knew y'all was about to be what? Trash. So do it again.
Wait a
It
minute.
doesn't matter.
Hold on a second, though. You can't be a Falcons fan and call somebody team of trash.
I
I mean,
can.
Look,
I
I'm trying to
can.
root for the Falcons. I'm trying to root for the home.
Instead of going into the season saying, "Oh man, we about to be great," just go in there and be like, "We about to be trash."
Okay,
That
so
way,
what are
if
you
you
saying?
end
What
up
are you
being
saying about your?
terrible,
Well,
you
let me
already
ask
know
the
what it is.
organization that's never won. How are you feeling about your team? We ain't heard you guys. I missed
I
last
feel
week.
look, I feel great, and I'm trying not to call the record out that I know we're gonna end up having. So
No,
please don't
bust it
make me
out,
go
bro.
there.
Bust it
No,
out,
call the
bro.
record out. You sound confident. So call it out.
13-4.
Hey,
Hey, if
put the
y'all
Falcons
know
in
Who
Matthews,
has to be
Matthews,
13-4?
Put the
his
Falcons in
drinking,
bro.
he got to be drinking
13-4.
somewhere.
Put
And
Okay.
I'm
Right.
I'm not gonna repeat
I'm
myself.
going back to you.
Hey, Matthews always shoots high, baby. He shoots high.
Hey, put the
13-4.
Falcons in bro. Let's see.
matter of fact, he dialed it back. He
Hey,
dialed it back
It
from
should have been
last week.
14-3.
It was 14-3.
Ken, Matthews is like
Yo.
Philip at
Okay,
Centennial.
I got it.
Shoot
Yo.
for Utopia.
Wait
They
a
crazy.
minute.
Matthews
Wait
is
a
like
minute.
Philip.
13 games? I mean, come on, bro.
Hey, we're
Come
gonna
on.
go
Hey,
for it.
Yeah.
Yo,
Hey,
that's why I like.
hey, man.
Yo,
Y'all got a two division. Y'all got a 2-horse
Yo,
division.
what are
bro.
you saying about it?
Y'all got a 2-horse
I want to
division.
know what yo got.
The
What do you
Panthers
say,
scare
yo?
me. The
Okay.
Panthers scare me.
Oh,
That's
Think so
that's
even with the number at quarterback.
Cowboy Ken,
if you look at
Yeah.
what they were able to accomplish at the end of
why are
last
you
season,
arguing with him?
Yeah.
and they picked up some free
He told
agency.
you he
They
was
did
taking
good in the
Hennessy.
draft. They scare me. Like, that's why I'm glad we played Tampa Bay at the beginning of the season, because Baker Mayfield actually gets better as the season goes on. If you want to catch him early.
Bro said
So
13-4.
yeah.
You said
So
mind the
we just
business.
did
I
a
said a
video.
number that y'all ain't gonna see. Okay.
Y'all take a
Now,
look at the video. We did a video last week on
yeah.
our schedule, and we took a deep dive and on our schedule. And I say like 11-6. That's my hope. Basically, because I know the offense is going to put up points. I'm confident in that. But the defense, the changes in the coaching staff is going to make the biggest difference. We had a joke at defensive coordinator last year, Jimmy Lake. We shipped him off back to LA Rams. He was terrible. Everybody knew it was the worst thing ever. But anyway, we got a decent defensive coaching staff. We're going to wait and see what they can do. All we can do is get better on defense. And I feel if we're top 15 on defense, we're going to win 11, 12. That's what I believe, because our offense can score 25 to 28 points. That's with Michael Penix, those last 3 games, that's what they did. So I'm gonna base it off of that little bit of history, and hopes that the defense is better. If so,
y'all picked up a cornerback in the draft.
We picked up Kobe Bryant and undrafted free agents.
Undrafted free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
But I'm just happy about that. The
About
defensive
the
linemen, the
yeah.
edges that we got
Oh,
in.
yeah, bro.
It's crazy. The
Yeah,
speed we got Diablo from you all. That
yeah,
speed,
yeah.
that element
His
on
biggest thing with
defense,
him is
and
healthy, man. If he stay healthy,
if
he
he
gonna
stays
surpass
healthy,
me.
but we
Yeah,
have depth. We
yeah,
drafted depth. And
absolutely.
if, like I said, if you put the team on the field with speed, you can coach speed. You can't coach speed, but you can do a whole lot with it. Let me put it like that.
Yeah.
So
And y'all
with
picked
that
that young boy up
new,
from Notre Dame, man. Y'all picked that young boy up from Notre Dame, the
yes,
safety.
we got the
Yeah,
safety,
yeah, yeah,
two-time All-American,
yeah,
underrated, but two-time All-American, and one of the best
yeah.
other safeties,
He
and
ball,
Billy Bowman from Oklahoma. All they do is
yeah, yeah.
intercept the ball, man. We got
They
two
ball
ball
hawks.
hawks.
They ball hawks. And
Ball hawks.
You got AJ on one side. Yeah, yeah, ball hawks.
I
Yeah.
wanted
Hey
JJ
man,
McGee.
Raheem, you know, he a defensive coach, bro. It took him. It took him. What's his second season? He going into his second year.
Second
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
But
you know, you gotta see what you got.
yeah,
Get rid of the junk, make the adjustments. Like I say, man, I said this about y'all last year, but I thought Kirk Cousins was going. I mean, he laid an egg. I said this about y'all last year. I was like, man, the Falcons gonna sneak up on people because I knew the Saints was going down because me and Henry seen Derek Carr for all our year. We already knew what that was gonna be. And then I just felt like the division wasn't strong. But this year with Penix and that offense that y'all got and that offensive line that y'all got, and you can say you get that defense right, man, the Falcons
get the
gonna
defense
surprise them.
right. We'll be all right. Chuck,
Hold on, Dion. I
it's
got
your
a soft
turn.
spot. I got a soft spot for Derek Carr, man. You know,
Hey man,
Oh no, that's no.
yeah,
That,
yeah.
hey, good
I'm
human
glad he
being,
gone
good
though.
man. I ain't knocking him. I'm just saying we seen
Big Eddie
as you
gone.
know,
I'm glad he gone.
Derek
Right.
Carr's gonna get scared and throw that ball. It's 3rd and 12. He throws a 3-yard pass.
I think Derek Carr retired, didn't
Yeah, he
He did.
retired.
he?
He
Yeah.
retired.
Yeah, I had no choice.
It's
And
your
Ever
Derek
turn,
since,
Carr,
Chuck.
ever since he broke his
can't
leg,
play.
he never was the same, bro. He never was
Yeah.
the same.
And he doesn't play well.
I
He
mean,
did not
both
play well
brothers, bro.
well.
He his I
Oh well
guess
again.
both brothers had to retire early.
Yeah.
It's
King Henry.
crazy.
Chuck, yeah.
But
Hey,
when he
give
broke his leg, man,
props
that
to Derek Carr though.
was it.
Give props
Yeah,
to him
He
definitely.
wasn't
because
willing to risk nothing.
he
Period.
he went to the Saints and he said, "I'm not right. I'm retiring to give y'all some money back." Because he legit could have gone to the Saints and been like, "Hey,
I ain't
showed
mad
up for
at
the first day of training
I
camp.
ain't
My
mad at
shoulder hurt. I'm gonna get surgery," and he could have took them for 30 million.
Mhm.
So
I'd take
shout
him for
out to the
30 minutes.
man. He
Yeah.
he did them a solid
Oh, he a
because he gave
quality
them
human
some money
being,
back.
though. Like I say, he
I
quality
mean,
human being.
unless you
Ain't no
pay me
knocking his
later,
person.
I'm taking that 30 million, G.
That
I agree.
I know plenty of dudes that would have took the 30.
Oh
I
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and I'm
Hey,
looking at one of them right
He
now.
ain't
I'd
even
have
but
took it.
Carr
That's
been
a
doing
solid
that
dude.
for years. Carr been
Oh
doing
yeah.
that for years. When he went back to get his contract the first time with the Raiders, they came back with a high number when everybody was jumping on him, you know, about giving him a $120 million contract or whatever it was. They came back more than that, but him and his agent, they countered with a lower number to try to
Really?
re-sign Khalil Mack and all those guys, build
Hey,
around the
man.
team, and ended up that didn't
Wow.
happen.
Henry, no, let me say this. Since y'all talking about Carr, straight up. Now, I didn't mean no disrespect to that man. That is a quality human being, dude.
Yep.
Ask him.
Facts.
He's a good person, bro. I mean,
Facts.
some people might call him foolish, but man, he's a devout man of God. He got a ministry. That's a good dude, man. So
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Appreciate that.
I don't talk good about Saints players. I don't talk good about Saints
So
players
yeah,
at all.
that's saying a
So I
whole
give him
lot.
that.
That's saying a whole lot. You
And
hear Daryl say that.
we all got lives upon lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Chuck. It's your turn. Talk about your schedule right quick, and then we'll let the Dallas Cowboys jump on in there.
Oh,
like I said, I'm gonna be short and stuff. I just think that we can get like in the 12 to 13 range this year. You know, I think that we have a really good team, and
You do.
it'll all be behind Jaden Daniels. Now, it's always the second year where teams figure him out. We got tape on you and stuff like that, but I think we will be in 12 and 13 range this year. Leave it at that.
Yeah, I think
Anybody else got anything to say about that?
I think that'll be tough. I think
I agree with him.
would have got a lot of games. I like Jaden Daniels. I think he's going to be a great quarterback, but you know, a lot of that you're not going to be able to. Once you get tape on you, you're not going to be able to do that in NFL. The thing's going to either he's going to get hurt or he's going to throw a lot of interceptions. I just think in the second year you can look out for that. It's not going to happen in NFL like that, right? Things he did in his first year, and I like the guy. I really like the guy. I think he's going to be a great quarterback. The second year, going to show you. I think Commanders, would be a lot better than they've been in the past. But I don't think this is a year he's going to take that leap. When that tape comes out, everybody's going to understand what they need to do.
Yeah, it may hit that sophomore slump, but you got to see how they're going to utilize Debo. Debo's not really a wide receiver. He's more of a running back. He catches the ball at the line of scrimmage.
Athlete.
And he has enough speed, enough wiggle to break it and take it to the house. He can take it a distance. He can break it, 90 yards and take it to the house. But are they going to try to use him as a wide receiver, or are they going to try to scheme around a system that he's used to, like where he ran out in San Fran?
Is it still Cliff there?
Yeah. So Chuck, yep.
We good, bro. We good.
Chuck.
We good.
So Chuck, this what I'm gonna say. I said it earlier about the Raiders, man. When you have those creative coordinators, like your man that just came from Detroit, Ben Johnson, going up to Chicago,
Right.
what they're able to do with weapons. You give somebody like Cliff Kingsbury or Austin Eckler, who is a weapon. Okay, you got a Debo Samuel, who's a weapon. You got a Scary Terry, which you already know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, Scary Terry.
You look for and y'all know this from coaching. You look for matchups. Not all linebackers and safeties can cover somebody like Debo or Austin Eckler. You're gonna have to make a decision on what you're gonna cover. So I agree with what the panel is saying. I mean, it's gonna be film out on Jaden McDaniels, but with these new weapons, you don't know how they're gonna incorporate those weapons. And when you have creative offensive coordinators like that, they're going to be able to find the mismatches with the Debos. They're not going to always line Debo up out wide. They're not going to always put him in the slot. They can put him in the backfield, automatically making a linebacker have to cover him that don't like to cover. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you see it on film, you can kind of make the adjustment, but these dudes are smart enough to say, okay, well, I'm going to use you as a decoy this time. So I just think that, with the added addition of the weapons, and if Jaden McDaniels don't be stupid and try to be RG3 and say, okay, well, I can scramble and I'm not going to slide and get smacked by one of these defensive players that's going to put him out of commission, I think they're going to be all right. I agree with you. I agree with you on the record on the 11 to 13 range. I don't think they're going to surprise people, but I think they're going to be very competitive, and their defense is a lot better than people give them credit for. They got a scary-ass defensive line, excuse my language.
That's the truth. That's the truth. And we got rid of somebody to get another person, to be honest. I think Deron Payne is gone. Is the Payne?
Yeah, I'm a football fan first. I'm a Raider fan, nation till I die, but I'm a football fan. I'm gonna keep it real.
That's the truth.
Hey, Dion, hey, Henry, check this out. This was my philosophy. Get the ball to DeMarco and get the ball to Tyree. And do it again and again. And do it again and again.
Deserve.
Do it again. That's my philosophy, baby. That's how we won. Get to the horses. Keep it in their hands.
We say, Coach, run it again.
Hey, run it again. Coach. Run it again.
Hey, brothers, I'm so sorry to cut out early. Me and my girl is going to the goddamn Mission Impossible.
Hey, enjoy yourself, Chuck.
Have fun.
Thank you guys for your time, bro. I really appreciate it, bro.
Hey, nice meeting you, Chuck.
Appreciate you coming.
Nice meeting you, Chuck, man. Hey, wish you the best, man.
We're going to have to talk some more now. This can't be over.
No need.
We will.
Hey, Cowboys fans, y'all see how cordial he is? Y'all see how cordial that
Hey, hold on.
Right there?
Do you not see me giving the man love? Don't be talking about Cowboy fans.
He came. He said thank you to the host when he came in. He leaving. He saying thank you. See, Chuck.
But you know, I got one thing. But Gerald, I noticed something. And when you opened up, you didn't say nothing about the Redskins. You don't say something about the Cowboys. You ain't said nothing about the Redskins. You opened up.
I didn't say nothing about y'all specifically. I said something about everybody on the panel when I
first
came
in. He said he ain't got no etiquette.
You
Cowboys fans for you, baby.
Hey, Daryl.
You and Mathis both attack the Cowboys.
Hey, Daryl.
I understand. Go ahead.
Hey, love y'all boys, man. I appreciate y'all time, man.
Hey, Chuck, nice meeting you, man. Straight up. Wish you the best, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yeah. Hey, man, that's all good. Hey, now, do know Chuck gonna troll you now.
Yeah, he's still gonna be in the comments.
We're gonna do this
again. He's still gonna be in the comments.
Do the season.
Hey, Daryl, don't blame us as Cowboy fans, right? Because it's kind of like they say about the lion. Reason why he don't attack people when they go out on safari is because he can only see the Jeep. He can't see the people, right? He can only see what's in front of him. As a Cowboy fan, we're very much alike, right? Only thing we can see is the star. Even when it's not that good, we still only see the star. Okay,
That-
so don't blame
You know
us.
what y'all
what's
remind
up.
me of? Hang
Look
on, hang
at
on, hang on.
oh
hang on,
Lord,
hang on.
look
Hang
at
on.
Tony.
That's what makes us
Look
so
at
passionate.
Tony.
This what y'all remind me of.
Look
This
at
what
that
y'all
hat.
remind me of.
Oh yeah, I
Look
had to go
at
get my
that.
hat.
You got the hat.
This what Cowboys fans
Oh,
remind
I
me
was
of.
at work earlier. I'm at home now.
Oh, okay. In
Yeah, I was at
19
work.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. In 1994, yeah, I met this bad girl in the club in Australia. I'm telling you, she's the baddest thing you ever seen in your life. And I pulled her too. I pulled her real good. Are y'all impressed?
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes, sir.
no, no, we're
No,
not.
you're not
I'm
impressed
not.
because it was
I'm not impressed.
1994. That's
I'm not.
why you're
I'm not
not impressed.
impressed.
It
I'm not
was past
impressed.
millennium. It
I'm
was.
not
It
impressed.
was.
Let me tell
It
you
was
why.
in the last thousand.
Want me
It
to tell
was
you
in
why
the
I'm not impressed?
1900s. The
Want me to tell you why I'm not
1900s
impressed?
is when I did that. So
Guess
you can't
what?
be
The
impressed by
Cowboys
it.
won, but the Cowboys won in '95.
Yes, that was in the 1900s. And by the way,
Next,
I
I
had
got a
pulled her
question
that
for you
long.
though.
I did
I
pull
got
her
only
that
one
long.
question.
It was in the
Uh,
1900s.
I got only one question. You might as well have become a priest because you ain't never got none in your life if you was a Falcon fan. That's what you
It
might
was
have been.
the
You might as well have been a
1900s.
priest.
Not the
Tell him,
Pope.
tell him, Ken.
It was
You
in
should have
it
been
was
a
in the
priest.
the
Cause are
same
you
century.
impressed? If I'm
It
a
was in the
virgin,
same
are you
century
impressed?
that we
Are
discovered
you impressed that
discovered
I'm a
flight.
virgin right now? Are you
It
impressed
was
that
in
I'm
the
a
same
virgin?
century that we
Because you
went to
ain't
the
never
moon
won.
for the first time.
Hey
It was in
man.
the same century that we discovered penicillin.
Hey, what you got in your
That's the
microwave right now?
century that
Not
y'all were in.
penicillin.
That.
Gerald, what's in your microwave? You cooking something?
Damn,
You
bro.
cooking something in your microwave?
Yeah,
What you doing?
y'all. Yeah, the Cowboys hat. Yeah, that's what I'm cooking.
Yeah, that's the only thing could be in your trophy case, a cowboy hat.
Hey, y'all go ahead and talk about your schedule right quick. What do
Did
y'all
you see
think
that,
about your
Daryl? Did you
schedule?
see that?
How
Did you
you
see them
feel
trophies?
about it?
You
Yeah.
see them trophies? You see them trophies? Ain't nobody taking them back, right? They all
Oh,
right there.
them
Right?
things, those
Hey
are
Ken.
relics at this point.
Hey
Hey,
Ken, go
they
ahead,
got a
man.
little
You talk
dust.
about
They
the
got a
schedule
little
first,
dust,
Ken.
but we take the cloth and we wipe them off. But you know,
Hey
that's just
Ken.
what happens when you have them. You know what I'm saying? Even though they get old, they don't get old, right? You know, you don't know how that feels. So
Hey,
the schedule, yo know me. I'm gonna be realistic, right? I don't feel good about us making it to the playoffs. I'll say that, right? And the reason being, I think the quarterback, obviously, which I've stated, and I feel strongly about. The coach is kind of unproven, and I think we got a lot of parts. We got a lot of guys coming back that were unhealthy last year. So it's going to be a touch and go season. I think if we get down to like the 6th or 7th game in the year, and we at 4-3 or something like that, I feel better about it. But right now, I can't make a prediction. We've got too many things, and a lot of guys were hurt last year, so it's hard for me to predict the schedule and what we're going to do.
Oh, that's why you just gotta throw a number out there. This
you
is
got
you.
hey Ken, you can't do that. Come on now. Just say I don't care if you say
Put
9,
a
8,
number
8,
out
9.
there.
But bro,
You got 6.
you got like half of the team either gone or you
Yeah,
got hurt.
no,
Come on.
Ken, we play the Panthers this year. You could say one win, got that going, man. Say something.
Hey, I don't
Say
know
something.
now.
So
Don't
I mean,
not sleep on the
I'm
Panthers.
if I look at the schedule, we got all tough games. I think the Jets are even going to be a tough game. I think that team's going to look a lot different.
Loss.
I mean, I would say as a high number, maybe 8 games.
Who said loss?
That's just
Okay, that's fine. So 8, 9. Okay,
yeah.
I'm good with that. Truthfully, I'm not too far off from him. I'm thinking about 9 and 8, 8 and 9 myself too. I mean, after we come back from the bye, we got the Raiders, Philly, Kansas City, Detroit, Minnesota, Chargers, Washington. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. That truthfully, they could win,
Yeah,
they could lose all of them. They might
yeah, and
beat the Raiders.
y'all probably will.
It probably will. And guess what? I won't be mad. See,
You
that's the
should.
difference in me.
Well, the problem is you one of them fans.
I
You
want them.
okay? You okay
Yes.
with mediocrity, and
No,
I
that
mean,
ain't
I
it.
live in Atlanta, bro. What the
we're
hell?
not. It just ain't nothing gonna take our passion
I
away
live in
for our team.
Atlanta. I'm around
We got
mediocrity.
passion for our team. That's
I
all
mean,
we're
what you want me to say? I mean, it's not like I live in New England. I live in
Oh
Atlanta. I'm
Lord,
around mediocrity all the time.
y'all
I'm
don't know
talking to
Tony
you.
like I know Tony.
I know I'm talking to you. And
Tony said, "What you
mediocrity's
want
in
me
my
to
face
say? You're
right
in
now.
Atlanta.
What you mean? I live in Atlanta.
Okay, all right, got it, Tony. I'm
No,
learning.
I'm in Indianapolis right now. but I live in Atlanta. Yeah. I mean, I'm around mediocrity all the time. What else you want me to do? I mean, it's contagious. You know, it slides on you, it slides off you. You listen to the radio, now they talking about mediocrity. That's it. So what you want me to do? I can't help nothing but be mediocre. When I'm around here, you want me to move to another city? I can do that. I lived in Dallas before. I lived in Denver. You know, I lived other places. But I'm around, I'm talking to you. It's mediocrity. You
Nah,
got that
it's not.
Falcon shit on the back of your wall, and you talking about mediocrity.
It's greatness. It's greatness.
Yeah, I noticed there's no trophies connected on it, nowhere.
It don't matter.
Nothing. I'm looking. There's nothing there. There's
We
nothing.
we will see
Daryl,
one.
look at you. Hold on.
That G.
I want you to know
Hey, I can-
something.
I can
Look
suck
behind
with this
Daryl.
G.
Everybody,
Look at that G.
everybody look behind Daryl. Everybody look behind Daryl. What's that behind you, Daryl? Is that a trophy case?
Hey, she looked like Halle Berry too.
Is there a trophy case back there?
She
That's
looked
not a
just
trophy
like
case
Halle Berry.
because there's no
She
trophies.
looked,
We
she
will
looked
have one
exactly like
before
You know
you
what I'm
guys
saying?
do.
No, you
At
So
this
you,
point in
so,
time.
so you
got
mad?
five
You
already.
mad because
We are
got
not
five
talking about
already.
the past. Okay, from
For the next one. You mean the next one when you
Mathis.
do a 6?
the
Mathis, there's a greater chance of my schedule being right than yours because y'all not winning 13, 14, 12 games.
well, that's fine.
Okay.
We
Just making
know
sure we're on the
you
same
guys
page.
will be under 500, and it may not even be 8 games.
Y'all might be,
We'll
y'all be
be
on
closer to
500 too.
13. We'll be closer to 13 than y'all will be to 8.
But Mathis.
How much you want to put on that?
God, no.
Tell
How much you
me,
want to put on that?
what you
We
want to
will
do?
be calling another engagement
Hey,
meeting
you know
before
what? You
the end
did
of
say
the
you was
Hey,
season.
drinking
Joe.
Hennessy early.
Yo,
You
No,
did
Mathis.
say that.
no.
One
Henry
thing- one
was. I
thing-
said
one
he
thing-
need to send y'all some.
Who is Henry?
One thing you would never hear us say. One thing you would never hear us say is calling another Super Bowl winner trash because we know what it takes to win Super Bowls
He
and we
can't.
respect the team.
Hey, he can't relate to that.
So,
He's
so,
never won a Super Bowl. He don't know nothing
so,
about
Hey,
it.
what if
You
so
y'all
can't talk
wait,
about Super
Ken,
Bowl people
wait,
never won
Ken,
Super Bowl.
wait. You know, Ken, you know what it takes. So what's happened in the past 30 years that y'all haven't been able
The
to
same
get
thing
back?
happened to y'all in
So what it
your
takes?
whole life.
Wait a
The
minute.
But
same
we
thing
don't
happened to you your
know.
whole life.
But we
Matthews.
don't know. I'm asking somebody who knows what it takes to win a Super Bowl.
But Matthew,
What's
Oh,
the
y'all
you're
don't
not
problem
know.
now?
That's
qualified.
a good
You're
point.
not qualified to talk about the history. I mean, you know the history of your organization.
Hey,
What?
when y'all won,
Come
when
on,
last
man.
time y'all won the Super
Don't make me
Bowl,
beat up on you.
tell me how long did it
Don't
take
make
you
me
to
beat
get
up
on
on you
Facebook
for
and talk
no
about
reason.
winning the Super Bowl?
Come on.
You know, I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna be.
Last time
Hey,
y'all
I'm gonna say
won,
something
how
real.
long did it take you to get on Facebook?
I'm gonna
to
say
talk
something real.
about it?
I'm gonna say something real. And y'all take note. Take note of this, Ken. He said the last time we won a Super Bowl. There's nobody on this call that's won a Super Bowl since the Cowboys. Not even Washington. Since the Cowboys. But you know who they focus
Last
on? You know who they focus on? They focus
last
on
time
us. You know
y'all
what I'm
won.
tell you why? Because we whipped that ass. You ain't
You the
never seen
loudest
nobody
one
say,
in the building.
Mathis,
Who else can I
Mathis,
focus
you
on?
ain't never seen nobody say, I hate the
It's
Cleveland
squeaky
Browns.
house.
Because the
You
Cleveland
don't
Browns ain't
focus
never
on
made
the
you
you don't
mad.
focus on the one that's
Nobody never
quiet.
said, I hate the Cleveland Browns. Because Cleveland Browns ain't never came in and whipped your ass like we whipped y'all ass. That's why.
When?
Y'all are
What? This
upset.
last
You
year? This
lay on the
last year?
couch in your
This
life.
last year?
In your whole life, nobody's never said, I hate the Cleveland Browns. You know what? I hate the Cleveland Browns. Nobody's never said that. Cleveland Browns ain't
What
never
was the
made no
score?
piss nobody off. That's
What
why.
was the score? What was the score?
That's
27,
why.
21?
Y'all still hurt from the
27,
80s.
21?
Y'all still hurt from the 80s when y'all was thought that y'all had the
Tony.
game won in the fourth quarter, and then New
Lord,
England reminds
we
you
can
of
go
it
back to
It was
1980.
again.
2024.
He's
It was
he, he
2020.
really
I'm
is
talking
opening
about
up a history book. He's
Yeah,
opening up a book
a
just to
book
relate to stuff.
because y'all don't have no history. Ken, they have no history. Shit, they have
Damn,
no
I,
I'd rather
history.
have
I don't
Y'all
want
like
rather have
ballerinas.
Hey,
present.
we're
I
gonna
ain't
write
gonna
the
lie
New
to you.
Testament. We're gonna write the
I'd
New
rather have
Testament. How
present.
about that?
I would rather have present than history. I
You
really
have
What
would.
you
nothing in
got
the
in the
present,
present though?
the
What you got
past,
in the
or the
present?
future.
Okay, so let's wager this. Let's wager this. We're gonna have
What you
another
waging?
No,
meeting.
hold on
What
a
at the
second. Hold on
end?
a second.
At the
What you got in
end
the
Ken want to
present?
in the
talk. Let
season,
Ken
right?
You the
talk.
same organization that drafted a tight end in the first round, convinced everybody it was the best possible pick, and
Pitts,
now everybody in Atlanta hates the guy and
Pitts,
says the
Hey,
guy should have
we
never been a
agree
first
though.
round.
Pitts,
We
Wait,
agree
But
with
you
that.
guys chose him.
Pitts.
Hold on. How
Huh?
much did y'all just
No,
pay a
no,
quarterback that
no,
you saying
no.
can't lead?
I'll answer your question
Nah,
when you answer mine. What I mean, like
what?
everybody in
We
Atlanta
we
trashed the
agree.
guy, but you guys were saying he was
I
the
I
best
don't
thing since
I
sliced
don't trash
bread.
We
I don't
agree.
trash Pitts. I don't trash him. I just say that he shouldn't have been picked fourth. But I don't trash him because he's had Desmond Ritter and he's had Marcus Mariota getting him injured. When he had a capable quarterback throwing to him, he had 1,000-yard season.
You know
That was
what?
his rookie year.
You know
As
what?
a
That's true.
rookie, As a
That is
rookie,
true.
he had a 1,000-yard season. So he
That
had,
is true.
and this was a capable quarterback at the end of his career, right? Matt Ryan. So the assumption is he has a good quarterback. Maybe if he's not spoiled at this point, he's not a rotten commodity. Maybe he can do well. But getting back to what I was saying, you have no room to talk about us drafting a tight end at 4 when y'all gave Dak all that money.
I agree. You
But
know,
they got you a
All,
draft.
y'all
I'm
gave him the house.
not going to disagree with you on that.
So
Michael Parsons gonna end up in
now.
Atlanta anyway.
And
Yeah.
Michael
We don't
Parsons
want him. We
coming to
good.
Magic
We
City.
good. We don't need him.
No, I'm just saying.
We don't need him. We good.
We I get it,
Bruh,
but we about to
ain't
have the
no way
money.
he's coming
We
to
about to
Atlanta.
have the money.
You know that. You know he's not going to sign with the Falcons.
The
Hey,
best,
man,
the
I
best
thought
player
you
on
said-
y'all team is y'all's
Just
kicker.
I thought you said he was drinking
player on
Hennessy.
y'all's team
Yeah.
is y'all kicker.
I thought you said he
Look
was
what
drinking
Wallace
Hennessy.
said.
What are you talking about?
He said not
What you
everybody
doing, Gummies?
hates Pitts.
Yeah.
Not all the Falcon fans hates Pitts.
Yeah.
They
Hold
do-
on, what
they
you
do
doing,
understand the
Gummies? If he
game,
drinking
boy.
Hennessy?
Listen, I'm really trying to root for the Falcons this year. I really am because I like some things that the organization is doing. I'm really trying to root for the Falcons. So I don't want to go. I don't want to beat you up over the Falcons, right? Because I think they're on the right track. I really do. So I don't want to beat you up on the Falcons. Because
Daryl, what was the bet you were gonna make, Daryl? You said you had a bet.
No,
What was the
I
bet?
just say we'll talk about this at the end of the year. We'll
No,
have another
we're
meeting at
gonna
the end
have
of the
this.
year.
Oh, you
We're
gonna
gonna
have a
have
bet
the
after the
round
season
table
over.
about 3
What kind of
times
shit is
throughout the
that?
year.
Okay.
We got to
All
have it
right,
about
all
3
right.
times throughout the year.
I was thinking
Now,
about
I
week
mean,
one, mid-season, and then towards the end of the season.
Henry making
that,
sense.
that sound good.
Henry, you making sense, Henry.
that sound good.
That's
And
because
then
he
Sound
ain't a
good.
Cowboys
see.
fan. Of course, anybody that's not a Cowboys fan always makes sense.
Well,
Well,
I'm just gonna say this.
I'm
you
sorry,
notice, you
Ken.
notice I
I'm
did not
sorry,
say you were
Ken.
making sense.
I'm sorry, Ken.
You
That
did not
wasn't
say
even.
you
I
were
ain't mean
making
to take
sense.
a shot at both of y'all, but I did anyway. So I don't care.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna say this, and you'll know this, and Henry know this. Now, if the Cowboys start winning, all right,
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
just gonna tell you, it's gonna be a
I ain't
whole
gonna say nothing.
different Cowboy
Okay,
team. I'm
end
just telling you.
Oh,
I'm
he-
not that person
He a
though.
mess.
That Cowboy
I'm not
Ken
that
sound like he
person.
been put up for about.
I can truly
Y'all
say
been put up since the
Tony.
Packers beat y'all
What'd you say,
in
yo?
y'all stadium in 2016, huh?
Hey,
Hold
That
on, yo.
Cowboy
What'd you
Ken
say?
been put up a long time.
What'd you say, yo?
I can truly say that Tony is realistic. He stays realistic, even killed throughout the season. But Ken, oh
Henry,
Lord, do
boy.
not let the
No.
Cowboys win a game.
Nah.
Oh my God!
Nah.
Don't let them beat Atlanta. Oh my God! You had to walk the other
Nah.
way.
Just because they win a game don't mean shit.
Hey,
Don't mean a
hey,
damn thing. Don't mean nothing.
them boys used to be
yo,
hype
Don't
at the
mean
job.
nothing.
Boy. They used to be hype at the job.
my best game. Still, that best game was when we kicked that field goal, right? And we just, I mean, it was like open y'all wound
What game?
all over in your
Which game?
stadium. What was that? 3 years ago, yo, when we kicked the field goal, it was like a 60-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, you talking about like the best day in the world. I mean, that's probably the best day in the world in Atlanta.
We beat the Falcons? We beat the
Yeah,
Falcons
A
on the
few
field
years
goal?
ago. A few years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
So,
3 years
so
ago,
beating
yo.
the Falcons was a highlight?
No,
That was
To
a-
because
him
their
and
face,
his
their
boys.
expression, and the way we won the
yeah.
game. We
Yeah, you
won the-
live in Dallas?
No, he live up here, man. He live in
He
Gwinnett.
in Atlanta.
Yeah,
You live in Atlanta?
yeah.
Hey, Tony,
Okay.
you don't know. Ken
I'm-
and what
I'm
Harold
done.
Floyd, Roderick,
Oh,
You know what? I don't
Oh,
understand
my
why the
God.
Falcons and the Cowboy fans hate each other so much.
Hey,
We don't even
man.
play each other that much.
They
We ain't
had a
never played
crew.
no fun money.
You
I
understand?
mean,
They had a
we
whole
just won't
crew
shut up.
of Cowboy fans jumping on us, man.
I don't hate the Falcon fans. I don't hate the Falcons, but y'all, they should be talking about us. I mean, what
Oh,
the
you know
hell? Why
why?
is that?
Because you did you watch wrestling in the 80s? You ever watch wrestling in the 80s?
I watched the 80s in the 70s, yes. Yeah.
70s
Thunderbolt
and
Patterson,
80s, right?
them. I didn't watch the 80s,
Okay,
yeah, but go ahead.
okay. Killer Khan. You remember Killer Khan?
No, I don't.
No.
Go back to Mr. Wrestling number 2 of Thunderbolt Patterson or somebody. Go ahead.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to
Hulk
say in that area.
Shit.
Oh.
You gotta go
Buzz
back
Sawyer.
before that.
You remember Buzz Sawyer? You remember
Thunderbolt
Buzz Sawyer?
Patterson.
No, but go ahead.
God,
Bro, yeah.
I'm
Hey,
trying to come
I'm
up with a
61.
villain.
Tony, old now. Don't
I'm
get
61.
into it. He looked a lot
Okay.
younger than
I just
you.
look good.
Gorgeous George. You remember Gorgeous George?
Yeah, I remember Gorgeous George. Yeah.
You remember?
How about Ric
people
Flair?
hated
Let's do
Gorgeous
Ric Flair.
George. No, because Ric Flair's different. Ric Flair's a little different. But
Okay,
people
go ahead.
hated
Gorgeous George.
right?
I remember that gay
They
dude.
hated
Yeah.
him. They hated him because he was a heel. He was an easily hateable figure.
Right.
It's very easy to hate people that are heels. That's why Cowboy fans get so much hate. Y'all are real easily. Y'all are
Okay.
heels. It's
Okay.
just like, ugh.
Okay, I'm finna say
It's real
this.
easy.
I'm finna say, and Ken finna get mad with me. I'm finna say this. No, be dead serious. Some of the Cowboy fans do go ballistic about stuff. They win one game and they talk about, oh yeah, we're going to Super Bowl. I never understood that. Yo can tell you, I don't run around saying none of that stuff. I don't come in there. I wear my Cowboy stuff. I don't open my mouth. Because I'm back to old school Cowboy. And when the season's over, that's when it matters. If you ain't won Super Bowl, you ain't proved nothing to me. So I relate to Ken when he talk about Dak Prescott. I relate to that part. But what I don't do is go from, oh, we finna win to, oh, we ain't crap. I already knew we was where we was at in the beginning. So why I wasn't expecting too much. You're gonna have to just surprise me. But I'm already going, okay, they should be mid 8 and 9, 9 and 8. If they win more than that, oh, they surprise me. They lose down than that, oh, that's normal. Hey, that's it. But I'm not gonna go. They win one game, they beat the Jets, and then next week we talking about we're going to the Super Bowl. That drives me crazy too. I change the channel too. I don't listen to the Cowboy fans when they do that myself. So I get that. So I understand why you hate them. But what I don't understand is why you know so much about our team, we don't know about your team. Why you keeping up with us if you hate us? If I hate you, I don't keep up with you. I
Trust
can't tell
me.
you a single person nothing about Philadelphia Eagles. Shit, the Raiders, I didn't even know the Raiders had moved to Las Vegas
You
until I
watch
went to
Super
Vegas
Bowl? You
last
watch
year.
Super Bowl? You ain't watch Super Bowl?
No, I ain't watched no
You
Super
know
Bowl.
about Philly.
I ain't watched the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
No, I didn't watch Super Bowl.
yeah, okay.
Why,
Yeah.
Tony,
why
Tony,
watch Super Bowl for?
let me say this. Uh, to me, right? To me, I'm quite different, right? In the sense that, I can get in the lull with my team and ride it through, right? But my Mondays are not the same. But when we start winning, right? My Mondays are exceptionally different, right? And I feel exceptionally well. So I inflate my team, right? Because I feel exceptional because my team's doing well.
And I
And
did that in high school.
maybe it's because we're so easy to hate. And part of that is I wear that with a badge of honor, and I love it, right? Because hey, at the end of the day, guess what? Guess what? We Cowboy fans, man, and that's how we feel. That's how we do. Our emotions go with our team. It's a passion.
Hey,
That's all.
Ken. Hey,
I can
Ken.
relate. I can relate to that
Yeah.
You
because
got a
I
shirt up
won't
on
turn
your,
ESPN on.
What's
you
that,
got a
Henry?
shirt up under your, you got a shirt up under your Dallas shirt there? You got something, you wearing something up under it, Ken?
Another Dallas shirt.
Yeah.
You got
Another
another
Dallas shirt.
All right, boy, you're gonna have a hell of a back rash when you get later on wearing that bullshit.
Henry,
Put some
you've
cream
been
on it.
quiet. You've been quiet the whole day on 2 hours. Stay that way.
Hey, the Raiders
Your,
fans are
your
so
wife must have
cool. Hey,
left.
Trump.
Your wife must have left out the door or something. You wasn't saying nothing. Your wife must have left.
Now you better ask Ken about me.
Oh man, hey, we chill, man. Hey,
They chill. Hey, don't have the
listen,
expectations. Ain't no
but
expectations.
also too, listen, notice, and Henry know, and anybody that has come across Raider fans know, hey, we cut the food, bro.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I lived in LA for 20 years. I know
So
about
you
the
already
Raiders.
know.
I know
cut
about the
food.
Raiders.
Listen. If we win, if we lose, it don't matter. We in the parking lot chunking them. We
they fight. That's the
that's
only,
why
only
we
place
cool
I
right
never
now.
went to the
We ain't
Raider
talk
game
no
when the
trash,
Cowboys
man.
came down.
Hey, because we flipped that switch, bro. It's a wrap, man. Yeah. I remember when
there's
Raiders
a Raider
came
ball
to
in
Georgia Dome, man.
There's a Raider ball on the north side of town, man. We need to check out.
Yeah, you
Is it
talking
what?
about up in Marietta, right? Up in Marietta.
Where in Atlanta?
No, I want to say it's like up around Norcross. I gotta look
Yeah,
it up.
y'all got one bar. There's like
Yes,
20
man.
Cowboy bars in Atlanta.
Oh
No, it
Lord.
ain't.
No, it's
No,
more
it
than
ain't.
It
one.
is,
It's
for
more than
real.
No,
one.
it
I'm not lying.
Here we
It's more
go.
than-
Okay.
It's
I'm
more than
dead
one.
serious.
Warehouses.
Hey, Ken,
I didn't know about the one in
I'm
the
dead.
warehouse, but it's one in
Hey,
Marietta.
I put that on my dead mom. I'm telling you the truth.
They old abandoned warehouses. That's what it is.
Ain't no
Old
other
damn
Top
building.
Golf. Shit, ain't no old abandoned
That ain't
warehouse.
your spot. That is not
That
your
is
spot.
one. It's you go there on Sunday, it's the Cowboy spot.
Hey,
You
man.
go there on Sunday, it's the Cowboy spot.
Man, we ain't listen, bro.
Every
Listen,
Cowboy spot in the
bro.
city. Look at the Yelp reviews. They're probably
Listen,
2.3
bro.
stars.
Listen,
Henry, you live in
sir.
Atlanta too?
I live in Villa Rica.
Hey, we
Where you live at?
called the
Hey,
He out
Raider
Villa Rica.
Nation for a reason.
Everybody on here live in Atlanta?
Let me
Yeah.
yeah. Listen, man.
How come
Listen.
Atlanta ain't got no fans? How come
Keep it
people
a
in Atlanta
bean.
ain't got no Atlanta fans?
It's a transplant city. It's a transplant city.
I know it.
Yeah.
I know it, man.
Listen,
It's crazy. You
listen.
go to a Falcon game and you see less Falcon fans. That's what
Listen,
we
keep
need to talk about.
That
keep it a buck.
depends. That depends. It depends
On
on what
what?
the record is. It depends
Hold
on
on,
what the
Daryl.
record is at that time.
Daryl,
No, it
let me
depends
say
on if
this.
you're playing the Saints. No, it depends on. It
Let me
don't
say
depend on
this.
that. What
Let
you
me
Go
mean?
say
ahead,
If they
this.
got a
Dion.
14-win record? What you mean, Daryl?
Yeah. If it's so like, because I'm a
You
season
next,
ticket holder.
Dion.
Been
I
a season
got you.
ticket holder since 17. So
Okay,
I seen it.
okay,
Opening day, except for this last one, right? When with Pittsburgh, when we played opening day, it was about 50-50. But after that, you could tell how the Falcons are doing by looking at the stands. Because if it's full of
You're right
Falcons
about that.
fans, we got to win a record.
Right
Falcons
about
fans are
that.
real. They'll show
Fair
up
weather.
when you're winning.
Fair weather.
But
they
boy,
finicky.
don't have a losing record because then
It's
they'll
fair
just
weather.
sell their tickets.
Yeah.
And it's a whole section that's down in front of me that every week is filled with the opposing team's fans. I think that
Right,
section's owned by a company, right? And they just sell, they're like to do business with somebody, they make business deals. They say, hey, you're a Giants
right,
fan. Here goes some tickets, right?
right,
And to seal a deal. I think that's what
right.
that section is. But that section every week has the opposing team's fans in it. So it just depends on how the team is doing. If they're winning, it's a party up in there. We got Ludacris rappelling down from the top of the stadium. We got
Ludacris
all
5'5",
kinds
he
of
gonna
stuff
get hurt.
going.
So
And
Darren
he better than
Mathis.
any rapper from Dallas. He better than any rapper from Dallas. So
Oh, I don't
yeah,
know about
but
that. Oh, he
Darren,
probably is. I don't know about no Dallas rappers. I thought they only had country singers there. I
Go
don't
ahead,
know.
Dion. Go ahead,
hey,
Dion.
I don't know about that.
Hey, now I'm gonna ask this question, but I'm gonna say something. Hey man, my favorite rapper of all time is from Dallas, brother. DOC, man. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
DOC, but he got down
LC, ain't he
in
LA?
Compton.
Yeah,
No one
I'm
can
not
do it better. It was in Compton. It
Tony.
wasn't in Dallas.
Hey Tony, I'm
Yeah.
from Compton. I'm from Compton, bro.
What part of Compton? What street you lived on?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
okay.
he from Compton.
What part?
Bro,
What school you went to? What high school you went to?
I went to Carson High School.
Okay, that's not Compton though. Carson's not Compton.
Oh, well, listen, my mother,
That's not Long Beach Boulevard.
listen to me,
That's
bro.
on this side of 91.
Hey, listen, you
Yeah,
might be able to argue. You
yeah,
might be
this
able
on
to
this
argue
side
a
of
lot of
91.
things.
Yeah.
You might be able to argue a lot of things, but you ain't gonna argue about my neighborhood. You heard of Campanella Park?
Hey, what you telling us is wrong though. They think Carson. Everybody knows Carson and Compton ain't the same shit. What you talking
Yeah,
about?
man. Well, it's like this. It's if the school in your neighborhood that you zone to go to is a death trap, and your mother has any sense to what she is,
Yeah,
she's not gonna
yeah.
send you to that home school.
Hey, I'm telling you.
That's
Hey,
why I
I
didn't go
swear
to
to this.
continue.
I'm gonna say this
Yeah.
real quick and I'm gonna be quiet. I went to California. I got stationed in California Marine Corps in 1985. First place we went to Slauson Swap Meet and Compton Swap Meet. The mugs, I had on a red and gold Marine Corps jacket, and they took
Why
that
you
shit
do
off
that?
me. Did not, and I went to the KFC. I went to the KFC and they had bulletproof glass.
Don't
I was
do
like,
it.
man, let me get my ass back to Long Beach and back
Golly.
to
You like use
home
that check
Interstate
cashing
5.
place, huh? You
I
like
learned
use
the
that
hard
check
way
cashing
what the
place,
game
huh?
was.
Yeah,
Huh?
man.
Hey,
Bruh,
Tony,
listen.
I did the
I
same
swear.
thing. I did the same thing in 1992. The exact same thing.
Man,
Went to the
Man,
listen.
swap meet, and them dudes was like, and the
yeah.
girl I was with
Man,
was like,
hey, you gotta
"Why
take
did
that.
you
You gotta come
wear
about
that?"
Yeah.
that, bro. Yeah, you gotta come
No,
about that.
Rico colors the scarlet and gold. Them mugs like
And
you
it
got to come out
don't
that
matter.
red.
And
They
it
talking about
don't
what set
matter.
you with. Hey, the boss said,
Right.
what set you with? I'm like, Marine Corps?
It
What the
don't
hell you talking about?
matter. Yes.
That's
Yes. And
crazy.
that's real talk. That's real talk.
That's
Now,
Real,
but
I'm
real.
listen,
dead
Tough
serious.
one.
I don't
That's
want to get I
real.
don't want to
Hey,
That's
get in
real.
I don't want to get into the Compton talk. I don't want to, but I wanted to say
hey,
this though,
Millhouse, my
because
ex-wife from
Yeah.
Long Beach
yo,
Poly.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
lived in Long Beach at
So
one
we
point in
we
time.
there.
Yeah, I lived in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes,
Go
sir.
Yeah.
ahead,
Yes,
Dion.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. My
But
daughter was born in Long Beach. So we good.
yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, but I wanted to say this. This is okay. So, like we was talking about Atlanta and Atlanta fans, or there's a lot of transplant folks here in the Metro Atlanta area. So that's why you have so many different fans. But I will say this about the Raiders. There's a reason why they called us Raider Nation. When we travel, I mean, there are teams that travel. Don't give me Cowboys travel. When Cowboys come to Atlanta, all you
Steelers
see is that
travel.
star.
Steelers
All you see is
travel.
that star. The
Mm-hmm.
Packers
Packers
fans,
travel.
Steelers
Yep.
fans travel.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Raiders.
And what
Raiders
I want to
travel.
say about the Raiders is that you got to understand, and you would understand this being from the generation that you're from. The Raiders, because of their culture and their style, have fans outside of Oakland. You understand what I'm saying? Because of the Jack Tatums knocking people's heads off, the stick 'em with Lester Hayes. So you have black folks all over and fans just all over being a fan of that brand. So when the Raiders come to town, everywhere I've gone to see the Raiders play, I'm like in shock that it's like a literal Raider takeover game. I done been to Indianapolis. You would have thought we was in Oakland. I done been to Atlanta when we at the Dome. Atlanta fans are crazy, but the Raider, I mean, it was a takeover. We just traveled, bro. And so because we have so many fans, and so like we was talking about the Raider bar, I didn't know about the Raider bar in Norcross, but it's one in Marietta for sure. And I'm telling you, we deep, man. It's Raider fan. And I be asking, you think, okay, you from California? Like, nah, man, I'm from Ohio. Man, it's Raider clubs in every state, bro. And I just think that, you know, with certain fans, like we were talking about the Cowboy fans, Cowboys are like that. Cowboys do training camp in Oxnard, California. There's millions of Cowboy fans in California. I got several homeboys that's Cowboy fans. So I think certain teams transcend the area that they're from. You're not going to get a whole lot of Falcons fans from Texas. You're not going to get a whole lot of Falcons fans from New York. They true to their soil. They Grady baby. You understand what I'm saying? They true to their soil. So I just think that might be the difference in certain social impacts of a sports team. But hey man, Falcons fans crazy, bro. Falcons fans.
I'm gonna say this real quick. When I was in California, though, when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl that time, not to Super Bowl, that time they beat Minnesota, right? When they beat Minnesota, they had Dirty Bird.
Yeah,
I was stationed in Orange County. Yeah, I was stationed in 29 Palms, California, the desert. But bro, it was Falcons fans all over California at that time. They came out because they were winning. And what Daryl said makes sense when I thought about it. It depends on their record. So I get that now. I get that. Sure. But there are teams that travel. You can go, like you saying, the Raiders, you can go to the Indian place. If you if Pittsburgh go to a city, they take over. If the Packers go to a city, they take over. If the Raiders go to a city, they take over. The Cowboys, so they take over. Certain teams. When I lived in Denver, I lived in Colorado Springs. Man, they had blue and orange freaking houses.
Bronco fans.
Yeah, man, Bronco fans. Now you come outside Denver and you don't see them. Right. But you in Denver, them mugs are crazy. Yeah. Absolutely. So I think every city, they fans are like that, you know?
Yeah. And I think too, I know personally, man, I know a lot of people that when Vic became a Falcon, man, a lot of people became Falcons.
Jumped on.
A lot of people. And you know, they kind of just stuck with it. But yeah, I just think, you know, culturally, man, and socially, certain things that happen with a certain team, it's like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's all I want to say. That's my only point.
Yeah.
Well, guys, man, we appreciate all of y'all coming on. I know we could talk forever, bro. We could talk football forever, talk cities and all that good stuff. I know Ken could talk about them trophies forever, and you know, we could talk about how much we want trophies, you know, forever. But we're gonna bring this to an end. But like I said, I appreciate y'all joining us, and I definitely want to do this again. We need to do this 3 times during the season. I appreciate you, Wallace, hanging in there with us, man. Great show. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, guys. Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. We're gonna do this again, definitely.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
We got a lot of trash to talk.
And best of luck to y'all in the season until y'all play us, man.
Yeah, seriously, best of luck. Seriously. Hey, no injuries to nobody. I'm wishing no injuries to nobody.
Hey, Tony.
Yo, Ken.
Hey, how about them Cowboys?
Yeah, how about
baby? Let's go.
How about that 8 and 9 you claiming? How about that?
How about Ken? You just do not burn your house down. That chicken outside, about to burn his house down.
All right, brothers. Hey, man,
that's what's up.
Hey,
yeah, hold on for a second. We're gonna end the show and then we'll get a last little chance to say goodbye. Hey, all of y'all, go ahead and press that like on your phones. Make sure you share this video with your friends and family and stuff like that. Tell them, encourage them to subscribe as well, man. That'll definitely help us out. Trying to get to 500 subscribers. We're almost there. All right. So, like I said, appreciate y'all, man. We'll see y'all soon. We're going to get out of here. Hey, Mathis, Daryl. Hey, man, appreciate you, brothers. We're going to get out of here. Hey, be safe. Be blessed. Daryl.
Hey, Dirty.